welcome, welcome, one and all. We are coming at you live from Space City, getting ready to kick off this crazy weekend. I am Avian, coming in from the Bay Area, ready to get things started with my boy, Texas's very own Cicada.
Dude, it is an absolute pleasure to be here once again for the second year in a row. I get to be at Texas Showdown, and I'm privileged not only to be alongside a great commentator like yourself, coming out from California, helping make this event as hype as possible, but just here representing all the great Texas players across all the great games we have in this scene. And we have a really, really awesome game for you coming up first thing in the morning, a game that has deep roots in Texas and a lot of strong Texas players. We got Uni 2 we're about to do. I'm excited for it, man. I'm stoked.
Yes, sir. I mean, Uni 2, we've seen it make its waves. Like, it's like, you know, the clear scene was definitely a bit interesting, you know, especially with the online era.
Yeah.
But Uni 2 came out with a vengeance. Everybody's trying to play. And you already know when everybody's trying to play, Texas is in there back and better than ever. So I am way too excited to get things kicked off. Like, I already saw some crazy names in the bracket. People who are going out, who are winning events, who are top-8 events.
Oh, yeah.
Coming over to our humble little Texas Showdown, ready to tear things up. Like, look, what do we got in store for us today?
Dude, we have a lot of really good players, not only across the brackets, but even within these pools. We got Masoma sitting in the back here in this first pool. We got Gray Faden. We got Big Black. These are great names. Gray Faden, more of a local player, you know, more of a DFW guy, but he still shows out and he does really good performance across online brackets, across the nationals that he gets to show up to. But guys like Big Black, guys like Masoma, they are winning tournaments out here. They ain't just placing. They are winning and taking home the gold. And that's how you know that this is going to be a strong event and a strong scene. You got these people coming out in pools, and I'm excited to see them play, man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, we got our first bit of matches going on here. I love it, man. We're kicking off the weekend with Uni 2. Like, there's no place I'd rather be, man. But I gotta say, I love the shout out to the DFW people. Like, look, we always see the big names. We always see, like you said, we always see the Big Black, and we always see the Masomas. Yeah. We see them going out to these tournaments. But some of these local killers are who I'm really trying to look out for.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's a lot of talent across the world, and that's the fun thing about tuning into events like these. You know, tuning into Evo Japan's the same weekend. We're happy that you're tuning in with us. Yes, but all these different events, you get to see local players that you have never heard of doing stuff that you haven't thought of before. You know, maybe giving you some new ideas. And we got an interesting matchup coming up here. Nanase versus Yuzu. We got the mix versus the zoning. If Yuzu can keep them out, it's going to be a rough matchup. But if Nanase can get that hit and start running those high lows, it's going to be a difficult place to be.
100%. I mean, Yuzu is just a dying breed, but it's looking like Yanalba is going to try and come through and, you know, put the dodos on their back, ready to get things kicked off here with the user rehot gameplay. I mean, honestly, I feel like you can do some interesting things in this matchup because most people just don't really know it anymore.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of people are coming in with Uni 2 being, you know, some of their first gaming in the Uni space.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
It's like, but, you know, with that and the fact there aren't many Yuzu players, you can pull off some nice little tricks.
Exactly. Try to roll out there, but going to get clipped anyways. Traven doing a good job of just kind of holding down the fort and keeping mix going right now. Yanalba finally gets away, and it's just going to try and set up these sword stances. Jump in, get the JA.
Uh-oh, no confirm there from Yanalba. No confirm once again, and the DP is going to trade. A pretty sizable life lose here for Trinity. All they really have to do is just land one more hit neutral, like you see there. Catches Yanalba mashing, and not going to quite be able to finish it off. Nice little meaty 2A there to kick things off. First round of the bracket here going to Trinity.
Exactly. Good stuff for Trinity. And one thing you're really going to want to look out for Nanase in this matchup is she's going to want to get those knockdowns, set up her little, you know, her wind blade, the kind of fireball she does right there. And then she's going to try and mix her dash Bs and dashes As, which become a high-low mix-up, right? That's the core of her game plan. So you're going to want to look for her to get knockdowns after a combo like this, and she'll set up that same situation. Instead, just going to choose to re-stagger pressure, doesn't want to commit to it, and gets mashed out on. Good job, Yanalba.
100%. I mean, Yanalba's finally showing off a bit of that full-screen dominance that we're seeing. Oh, that could have been a big confirm, but nothing quite there for Yanalba. And now Trinity Navy is going to get another opportunity to try to close this out here. Not going to quite get enough for the IW, but it's not going to matter. Going low and taking the first game.
Yeah, Yanalba not ready for it. Good game one for Trinity, kind of, you know, just able to consistently get pressure. One of the hard things about Yanalba, and especially on Yuzu, she's a technical character. She's hard. And if you're not, you know, if you're not on it, if you're not able to get your game plan off, you're going to struggle over the course of the matchup. And you're kind of seeing that right now. You know, Yanalba really hasn't gotten anything off. But if he sticks more to that, you know, that 6C stance and keeps those sword buttons out, if he can establish that game plan, it's going to be really hard for Trinity to get in.
Yeah, if we're going back, checking these buttons. I think I saw a change here. We might have not seen the correct buttons here from Yanalba, so.
Yeah.
got to go
hope
back.
that wasn't the case, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm like, losing that first game to that. Listen, people, I know we want to run it. I know we're all excited. But be sure to check those buttons, please. We do not want to have situations like this happen ever.
Absolutely. I mean, just call for the button check, go into the match, and then make sure, okay, this is everything works, cool. Fix it then, and you don't have to worry about it later. But we're going into this game 2, and already Trinity trying to start up the pressure. Tries to go for a DP follow-up, a bold choice, but Yunalba getting out, going for a mash, and getting a little bit of a conversion for some damage, and just going to choose to send Trinity full screen.
Yeah, it's a really patient gameplay here from Yunalba. We expect to see it from full screen, but trying to tap shield here can mean some pretty bad things, especially against Nanaze.
God, yeah, got the grid break that early, and is already just taking extra damage. Good pick up for Trinity. And in the corner, you should be able to convert into a good amount of damage. Unfortunately, drops. Wow, nice little reset there. That's Bob Ross reset. Happy little accident.
It's like, listen, there are no accidents. That was Kung Fu Panda, right? I think that was that. Look, there are happy little accidents. There's that approach, or there's no accidents, but we are going to see Trinity able to capitalize here, sitting on match point of the first set of the day. Really dominant Nanaze play coming out to start off.
Absolutely. Wow, good 2-3-6 to just already start off the pressure and trying to, keep Trinity out. Unfortunately, just hasn't been able to get the game plan very much. Goes for a roll, but gets caught on the back end of it, and Trinity just setting up Nanaze shenanigans.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got the cycle. We got the knockdown. We got 200 if we want to go for any sort of pressure that we want here. We still got Million Disc on deck, but we don't even need it. Oh.
Air Super.
Yeah, it's like Air Super will do it to you. 2-0 for Trinity. Navy going to take things with a quickness and be our first person to advance on the winner's side of the bracket.
Yeah, good stuff, solid play. Unfortunately, but just wasn't really able to get any of the Yuzu stuff set up that whole matchup. And that happens, sometimes, especially these early brackets on stream, it's very stressful. It's very nerve-inducing. And when you had your buttons a little bit off that first game, it can really throw you off of your comfort zone. But hey, the great thing about these brackets, they're double elimination. You're going to have a chance in the loser's bracket to still play some matches and still even qualify and hopefully get out of pool. So, this ain't going to be the last you're going to see in Yunalba. Hopefully, we'll see him a little bit later on in the bracket. But for now, hey, good stuff to Trinity.
Yeah, kicking things off with a banger for sure. Like, man, it always just does suck to see. It's like it feels like Yunalba had the positioning down. It feels like they were able to play their ranges properly. But when they did get the hit, like we had to really capitalize on that. Like Yuzu is definitely a character where, sadly enough, you get punished for your mistakes pretty hard. Most of the time when you're dropping combos in Under Night, usually in a pretty good spot. You're usually plus on drop. But with Yuzuriha, you end up being in a lot of situations where you are either punishable or you're in a really bad spot position-wise, frame data-wise, and, Trinity able to capitalize it and, do some good work.
Exactly. And I like what you're saying about positional-wise. Like, you saw situations where Yunalba would get these drops, but Trinity would end up right next to him. Unfortunately, Nanase's got some pretty good buttons in a scramble. She can click some buttons, and it just worked out in bad situations where Yunalba would get these little drops or would get these loose hits, but couldn't establish like a good range to ever continue that pressure afterwards, even on a drop. And unfortunately, it cost them the game. But there's always a lot to learn, especially with a character like Yuzu. There's a lot you need to figure out and get better at. And I have faith Yunalba will come back stronger from this, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, Uni is traditionally a pretty steep learning curve, I'd say. Like, even just getting combos down, like when you're first getting started, like, listen, I remember back in ST when I was getting started and I was trying to do combos and I was like, there's no way people are actually converting this stuff, man. But, it's like you always got to get back in the lab, keep on going. Eventually, it'll just click, and then you got to learn about shield. So there's a lot to learn when you're entering this game. So just seeing people come out, with a spirit hungry to learn. Like, it takes a lot to enter these types of games at tournaments like this. It takes a lot of, time commitment, a lot of financial commitment. It takes a lot of mental commitment as well. So, even just coming out and giving it your shot, like, we always got to give it props, man.
Exactly. The best thing you can do is try. Absolutely. Like, the best thing you can do is try and just put yourself out there. And exactly what you're saying, Eunice is a hard game, but that's kind of what makes it beautiful and why the community loves it so much is there's always that push and pull, that tug of war on offense and defense. You have so many options with shield, with being able to deflect, with kind of push them out and parry. It makes the game feel so back and forth, and it always makes you feel as a player like you have options, right? That you can do something and you can play the game, and that's why the community loves it so much. It is a very fun, truly interactive game, and we really appreciate all the people coming out here. But of course, we're going to have another match getting set up here on stream. I'm excited to see who it's going to be. I have no idea yet.
I was going to say, we got some killers up here in the first two pools. I mean, I really love the fact that, you know, when we get to kick off the event, not only do we get to bring you guys in at Texas Showdown weekend, but we get to see players like Masoma on the Kuon who are going to come through and put on a display. Look at the man jamming out already.
Dude, he's ready for it. He's stoked. He's here to play the game, and he's excited for it. And, you know, Kuon's a very interesting character in this game. He's one of the newcomers for this version. Lots of good, you know, mix-ups. He has these flights, his Heavenly Law out of his force function. He's got a lot of ways to pressure you and to kind of force high lows. He's got great zoning tools and great projectiles. However, you know, if you can get up close and force him into these scramble situations, he struggles a little bit more. He doesn't have the best Abari normals, and he can have some troubles. I like the Ori pick in here. You know, a little bit trying to contest that sort of mid-range screen, and with Akatsuki being able, or not Akatsuki, Tsukiyomi being able to set up your guy to hold down the fort for you. It can make this a little bit more manageable, keep Kuon from just running away from you the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we know that Kuon just has incredible full screen options, incredible aerial options. So we are going to have to see how this player is going to try and deal with those options here. Now, like you said, Ori pick is going to be incredible if they have it in the tank, because you got thrust. If you are able to win cycle, which you should from full screen, then you can make some magic happen. Yeah,
and already you're seeing the strength of Kuon. You know, immediately was able to start pressure off very safely from a good amount of distance. Vivtech mashes out, finds some place there, but unfortunately, you know, Burn Castle, also known as Masoma, Masoma was able to keep that pressure and it's just reestablished full screen. And this is one of the strengths of that character, right? Convert the entire screen distance away from you thanks to that chain shift, and you're back in the corner. It's a bad situation for Vivtech. Finds a master.
All right, like the smart steer, but Masoma is barely able to win out that cycle, and then this should kill, hitting him with the Bison slide to close out this first round.
The classic, the M Bison, get it, and was able to connect it. And, you know, Vivtech's going to have to do a lot of work to try and find a way in. Or he definitely has options for 236 A, Bs. Those little sword thrusts that she can do is really, really strong for that. If she can set up Tsukiyomi and snap him from full screen, he can do a lot of work. But Vivtech's just trying to be slow, patient, not going to overcommit. I really like this mindset of him.
I swear it was Batista that was this trial. I didn't think it was Kuon. But, you know, excellent dash blocking display from Vivtech. But all it takes is one mistake. Masoma going to go into the smart steer and barely win out that cycle, calling down the lightning from the heavens, and this conversion is going to be huge for Burn Castle.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Found the corner again. And, you know, Vivtech, Ori's force function, she does that little second flip in the air, and it can help keep her really, really high. But Burn Castle, really, really good chain shift to get the lightning to get into this situation. Pushes the corner, and now just going to go ahead and clear out with the super should kill her.
Cashing out all the meter there, wants to guarantee this win. Masoma, Burn Castle, whatever you want to call him. The man's off to a hot start.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a perfect on that second round, too. Like, you know, Ori has a lot of tools, but Vivtech has been struggling to just make any of it happen. And against a talent like, you know, Masoma, really good stuff. Finally finds a hit. It's going to go ahead and knock down. Simple little combo there. Tried to go for a reset, but nice VO to get off of him.
Yeah, you were talking about that this man doesn't have too many Abare buttons. You can Abare flash kick, so it doesn't quite matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, if you got a DP like that and the Akiha wheel to go for the mix, oh my goodness, Burn Castle is off to a hot start right now. One more round to try and close it out.
Oh, God. Goes into super immediately. We get the knockdown, and we're going to try and reestablish pressure. Vivtech using that parry to try and push off a little bit, but finally gets clipped on the low, pushing back into the corner, and Burn Castle looking like a very comfortable chance to just close this one out immediately. Tech out, but Tech's in place, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Tekken in place against this character. Honestly, not the worst. You can do worse, but when you go low there, you know, trying to make me eat my words right here. Not going to quite be able to kill. Has to do one more setup. Oh, the drop could have been so big for Vivtech, but wasn't able to recognize. And now one more touch is going to do it for Burn Castle.
Yeah, and finally just throwing out the lightning. That's such a hard situation to be at that point in life. And you saw, you know, Burn Castle, like, that's one of the strengths of Kuon, right? You saw when he set up that wheel you were talking about, threw it right on him, and immediately went into that little flight that he has, floated on over, and it's so ambiguous whether he's going to hit you up above or he's going to go down and touch your toes. And you guess wrong, sorry, you get blown up for it, right?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, that's one of the things that's so dominant about flight is like, hey, if you try and block high or low, you know, I can make sure up. If you try to fuzzy block it, then I can stay there a little bit longer, catch that fuzzy block. You get so many options to mix people up the moment that you go into that flight.
Exactly.
Like, Kuon, I mean, I don't know, man. That man has options from everywhere, it feels like.
Yeah.
His buttons cover the mid-range. He's got lightning that'll take you out of the skies, that'll make you and force you to dash block. He's got mix, like, look, the man can get it done in the tournament, and Masoma is definitely the one to prove that, not only on this stage, but on the global stage as well.
Exactly, And Vivitech, just unfortunately, if you're not super experienced in that matchup, especially against a player the caliber of Masoma, it's very, very difficult to force your way in and to just establish your turn to begin with, right? And he had a couple of situations where he started getting some hits, but the one situation he really got a good combo on, Masoma immediately, flash kick. I'm going to bet it all on black, I'm going crazy here. And it worked out, and you guess wrong, you're not covering that option or you just don't expect it. He was waiting patiently, expecting an attack, maybe trying to 3-cat him or something like that. Just didn't work out, and unfortunately, that's going to send him down to the loose bracket. But like I said, you still got another chance in this one, right?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you don't get to winner's quarters on accident,
Yeah.
Like, the man has already proven that he's got his medal to at least, close out his first set of matches. So we should be seeing some more from him on the loser side of things. But Masoma is going to head on to winners semis of the pool.
Absolutely. Good stuff for him, and, I'm kind of excited to see that. But, of course, we still got more matches coming up. We got Gray Faden on Ananase later on. We're going to have Big Black, who plays a good amount of characters himself. So I'm excited to see what's going to come up on this one. But we got another matchup coming at you live. I'm excited to see him, man.
Yep, got another set of winners quarters here. Everyone is vying to try and get to that winners semis. It's like, I know everyone wants to make it out of this pool, but making it out of the pools on winners has such crazy advantages.
Exactly. You get, it's quicker. You have to play less sets to get out on winners. And two, staying in that winner side makes it a lot easier to win the tournament overall. But we got an Ori versus a Gordo. We got a couple of matchers. And Lotus, very good Xrd player. Good player across a number of games. One Xrd at this event last year on the Gordo. Should be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I know Lotus for the Xrd play. But, Emblem saying, welcome to my game right now. I know you got some metal in other games, but the grid break is just going to continue the dominant offensive streak here from Emblem.
Yeah, strike throw and just keeping that Tsukiyomi snap to lock you down. One of the strengths of Ori is that Tsukiyomi stand she almost has, right?
Yep.
Kind of like a Persona. She's able to use it to force you to lock down when you wake up, and you got to hold, strike, throw, mix, whatever it's going to be. And Emblem's been really, really good with that. But finally, Lotus gets a way out and is going to abuse those Gordo big buttons and try to make his chance count.
Yeah, I love that combo into the ace. Not only does it look sick, your Oki is so good. Utilizing the plus frame is going to get a nice little counter hit confirm. Ace him once again. And the command grab Oki for Lotus. Now, it feels like we were just in a spot where we were one touch from Emblem, and we are still one touch as they close it out after a pretty scary comeback attempt from Lotus.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things about the strengths of these two players. They're both really, really solid. Dang, already a grid break for Lotus. No. Emblem tried to shield in the mid, but got clipped with the low, and it's not going to be a good situation here. Lotus reestablishing with that grid break, you deal even more damage, and this next cycle is going to go to Gordo, giving him that chain shift and a lot of advantages here.
Yeah, it's like, getting grid broken against Gordo is so bad for so many reasons, right? Like, not only do you get the Rusty Nail buff with the Vorpal trait, but you also are going to get pressured with no sort of shield in sight. But luckily, Emblem able to find their way out, and Lotus is going to have to try to make something happen here with this 200 bar.
Yeah, and found a really, really good pickup off that Tsukiyomi super. Mashing out. Lotus not afraid to let it fly, and we got the side to keep you locked down. Get the plus frames. Good DP to mash out. Emblem with a good choice there. And we're back into the mid-screen. Standing away from each other. Emblem just trying to get this grid cycle.
Oh, man.
Last second clip cost him the chain shift.
Now, that is crazy that ended up costing him Vorpal, but Emblem able to barely squeak it out once again. I feel like we've seen the same round multiple times here. We've seen an incredible performance from Emblem, getting things really started quickly. We see a nice little comeback from Lotus, but a last-minute decision by Emblem to close it out, and we've seen that 2 rounds in a row now.
Exactly, and that's one of the strengths about these brackets. It's first to 2. First to 2 wins is going to move on. So making bold decisions like that, if your opponent's not already ready for them, it can really get you far ahead. You only need to make a couple of correct decisions to close it out. But right now, Lotus, for the first time, really starting off great in a good situation here. Nice little combos. Gets the air tech in the ground, but still going to keep his pressure, and we're keeping things established here.
Oh,
Emblem gets
clipped. Yeah, not going to quite get the hit that he needs to combo into that. Uh-oh. Was a big chance for Emblem. He's going to back off now and hit him with the thrust. We've all seen this combo before, but we are going to see a drop here from Emblem.
Yeah, unfortunate, not quite ready for it, and gets clipped by the side. Lotus should be able to close this out with too much effort, and does get it. Going to go up around here, looking to force this to a game 3 scenario.
Yeah, it's like, the win here for Lotus is not only, wanted, it is necessary to stay on the winner's side.
Big established pressure.
Oh, no.
Overhead, baby.
It's like, It's like not only was it overhead, I mean, we saw a counter hit there.
Yeah.
So we did see a mash from Emblem. I wonder what that option could have been.
It gets doinked, but Veil off to just kind of burst and force the situation back. Gets a hit. You will be able to cash out for a good amount of damage here. Oh, drops the combo.
No.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Emblem force function going above and beyond, but gets clipped by Lotus mashing out.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the best part about playing against Gordeau is that the DPs don't give you any combo to work with unless you have the CS. So even if you get hit by that, honestly, you are not too worried if you're Emblem.
Exactly, and right now, Emblem's doing a lot to win this cycle.
Oh,
no.
This could be game. Is Lotus able to close it out? Goes right into the EX, and that's going to be enough. It is going to be 1-1 here for Emblem and Lotus alike.
Yeah, our first game 3 on stream. It's awesome to see. Forcing this to that game 3 and starting off Emblem already going low, finding the pressure, and we're going to reestablish it. Pushing over, and you should get the snap. No, just chooses to go for regular Oki. Gets the corner, and another hit. A good amount of damage coming for Emblem so far.
All right, because we are going to get the Thanatos Orb. Put it on you once again. The Strike Throw becomes so much more potent, but a great mash by Lotus to find their way out. Oh, untimely drop, and it's going to get counter hit thrown. One more setup here for Emblem.
Orb reestablishes pressure, re-staggering here. Lotus is going to have to find a good match, and nails a great option there. Really, really brave, but found it. Trade there.
Ever so slightly plus on Lotus's end.
Good enough. Lotus able to pick up and it's going to push back to the mid-screen. Good combo, 200 meters. Should just close it out and cashes it out with the infinite work. Will this kill, though?
Oh, yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's quite going to kill. And now one more read, especially with that Veil off. Could do it! The whip punish from Emblem to close it out on a pixel, and they are sitting on match point.
Dude, Emblem with that smart little dash forward and then walk back just enough to create the spacing so that Lotus will whip that. And now Lotus has to find this next round. Otherwise, it's going to go into losers already. A great set so far. Get the orb to try to establish pressure, but the orb is going to miss. And we're back on the stand pressure.
Oh, no. All right, so we didn't see a combo there from Emblem. That could present a huge chance for Lotus, especially if they're able to close out this combo, keep it simple, get the charge, go into the ASIM, and now we are going to get one more chance.
Fake a man grab. We're going high this time, and we just re-establish, keep that match pressure. Emblem wasn't blocking and not ready for it. Nice VO trying to get off, wants to close it out in this scenario, but not. You're going to get matched on, and Lotus has a ton of meter going into this next game.
Yeah, that VO is such an unfortunate break here for Emblem. Not only that you were not able to get a super off, you are working with no meter and losing the cycle against Gordeau. Calling it an uphill battle would be an understatement here for Emblem as Lotus tries to close out the set from behind.
Oh, finds a hit there, and I really like the infinite worth cash out to use that meter immediately and get yourself such a damage benefit. And Lotus in the corner here gets the double command grab, chain shifts to pick up into a combo. Lotus should just be able to close it out. Don't think too hard, go into super.
Yep. Wow. What a performance here from Lotus. Emblem looking like they were the top dog in this set.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, listen, I got the Orient knowledge, I got the knowledge of the matchup, but we saw a lot of really good fighting game things coming out from Lotus.
Yep.
Able to close that set out here in a matchup that, most people would say is a pretty interesting one for Gordeau, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ori, she just does so well. One of the big strengths with Gordeau is he can really kind of box you out very effectively if he wants to, right? He can play that close-range game with a lot of great mix pressure, but he can also box you out with their biggest scythe normals. Ori kind of does both of those things almost a little bit better against Gordeau, right?
Yeah.
She occupies a really good range against him. She has options that quickly advance her forward and can interrupt a lot of the recovery on some of Gordeau's bigger normals, and it can be difficult, but Lotus just good decisions. I mean, he had good conversions. He cashed out meter in appropriate ways. Really solid set. Really solid play from Lotus going down game 1 in that one.
Yeah, it's like, like you're saying, when you're already someone who's really established, is really good at another fighting game, even though the mechanics themselves might not transfer over, a lot of those things, like, the general fundamentals of fighting those transfer over. We saw a lot of really good confirms off of hits that, maybe newer players, if they were new to Uni and new to fighting games completely, wouldn't be able to convert off of. We saw a lot of knowledge of spacing. We saw a lot of knowledge of knowing when to mash, when to press, having those really good reads. Like, you can't really ask for anything more from a Gordeau player.
Exactly. And, hey, solid stuff. Lotus, like you were saying, he's a good competitor. He won Xrd last year at this event. He's a favorite for Xrd at this year's event. He's a solid player, and one of the great things about fighting games, those fundamentals carry over, right? Just like a shooter. If I'm good at CS, I can still play Valorant. I can be cracked down. I can play COD. I can still be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have those same fundamental skills that transfer over, and fighting games is no different. You know how to stagger, structure your pressure. You know how to use your options, when to a bar and when to DP, when to do all this stuff, and it worked out really, really well.
Yep, congrats to Lotus making it our next winner's semis appearance. But I mean, honestly, I feel like the sets that we've gotten so far have been so great, right?
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like, you know, when you get into pools, you know, you kind of are expecting like, oh, you know, we're going to see some people, you're going to see some people get stomped out here, some people get jacked up here. Like, I mean, it's like, because it's the first rounds of the tournament, but I feel like we've been seeing a lot of really good back and forth here coming out from all these players. So, you know, honestly, I know at least here from the booth, I can't ask for anything more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the best thing we can do is be provided good matches and provide you guys with some good experiences here too. And we've had good stuff, and we're going to continue to have good stuff all throughout this day. Of course, we got more Uni matches coming out. We got Tekken running on different streams. We're going to have Xrd later on tonight. We got things like Dragon Ball tomorrow. We got Grand Blue the entire weekend. We got Strive. We got so much coming up for you, and we're super grateful everybody's tuning in and enjoying the show so far. We've got some good matches coming up, and we'll continue to have more.
100%. I mean, hey, this is my first Texas Showdown. I'm having a great time. You know, it's like I was telling somebody before, I was like, I've been in Houston in particular since I was like a little kid. So coming over and being able to be like, all right, like the vibes are back. Like, you know, we're back in Texas. The food's back. The people are back. Like, listen, it's like, I mean, I know Cicada saw my Twitter adventures. I went over to all my Texas natives. Or I know there's one in New York. I went over to the burger joint for the first time. When I tell you that I've never been bodied by food like that in my life, oh my goodness, I was like, bro, there's no way that I ate a smash burger. I'm like, listen, I'm a Californian, right?
Exactly. I'm used to this.
The smash burger Californian matchup is supposed to be like 7-3.
Exactly.
Right?
Unwinnable, man.
So when I came over and I finished I saw those like last 2 bites, I was like, I can't. There's no way.
They were struggling, bro.
I was sitting there, I was like, it was staring me in the face, man. I couldn't believe it.
It gapped you, man.
That's
crazy.
My God. Listen, I clutched up, but it was I got the PTSD now, so I'm not too sure.
Dude, I'm telling you, these portion sizes ain't sweet out here, man. They act different at times, man. And that's a great thing about, you know, Houston is the South doesn't have too many big events, right? We've kind of been underrepresented, but Texas Showdown has kept it on lock over years and years and years, hosting it in Houston, which is a major hub. Lots of great food places to go to. You got golf culture. You got a lot of great seafood if you want to have that. Of course, you got burgers. You got, you know, some Mexican food. You got all sorts of different stuff. A lot of great clash of cultures and a lot of great clash of players. You know, this is one of the chances that Texas, Louisiana, nearby players have to come out here, play the game, and really compete and show their stuff in a way that you don't normally get the chance. You know, it's not the easiest thing for us to make it out to, like, you know, Illinois or the East Coast for all these different events, but here it's our chance to show it off, and we're really excited for everybody, including you, who came out here from California for it, man. We're happy to have you.
Like I said, it's like, I mean, I feel like if we're talking about mixed transportation, Texas Showdown is the one where it's like everybody is coming through in all different types of ways. I flew in. I see all different types of people who are like, oh, I'm driving in from the East Coast. I'm like, I'm like, damn. Like, you're driving in from all the way over there. Like, listen, in California, I love our people, but if the local's 30 minutes away, you better expect some lower entry, man, because no one's trying to go to that. These people are hungry for their games to the point where they're driving out over state lines to come through. Like, man, that's what I always love about the South, man, is that y'all are always ready to come get down and dirty.
Speaking of get down and dirty, we got another matchup for you here. Byakuya, a dirty character himself, against Eltnum. Should be an interesting matchup. Eltnum, you know, originally from the Melty Blood franchise, that Tsukihime, coming over here as a guest character and now representing more here than other franchises. Byakuya, really, really strong set play character, aggressive, covers the mid-range super well. Of course, we got Big Black. This is one of those things we were talking about earlier. Reestablished, and this is what makes Byakuya strong. Just going to set up webs and force you to guess. Nice throw.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, those webs are always just so ridiculous. They've been ridiculous ever since ST. This man has been a menace. His stock's went a bit down in clear, but, you know, Big Black coming through, especially in that game, and now even more in this game, showing that this character has never lost the juice.
He's still got the sauce, man. He's ready for it. And good round from Big Black, just closing it out, a smooth perfect. Byakuya can be a really difficult character to navigate. He's able to lock you down so effectively. And webs, you can, you know, if you hit them with a hitbox, it'll destroy them. But you run some risk doing that. Already, you know, work out a little bit of a hit there. Big Black just challenging forward, finding the hit, and pushing right back into the same corner we were just in.
Yeah, it's like we've seen about 2 chip hits here on Big Black so far. But like you're saying, I mean, those webs just make it so that Byakuya has what can be contended as the best strike throw in the game. Like, if you try and throw this man, you're going to get jacked up. If you get thrown, you're going to get jacked up. Like, we're able to fight his way out, but we don't know how many more opportunities we are going to see forward to try to get out of these setups, especially from a player like Big Black.
Exactly. Catches the tech on the way down. He is nasty with it. Gets the game won. Pretty solid performance. it's hard, man. Big Black, he got his stuff. He's been around the scene for a long, long time. He's won major events. You know, he showed up, and Byakuya is a good character even in this version. Oh my God, wow, challenge immediately.
What a conversion, though. Like, man, I did not think that he was going to get it, but just really knowing his range as well. Now I'm going to set up the West. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Who has the sequence? Why does he have these?
My man Michelin starred he's cooking. That's crazy.
I'm saying, like, listen, Big Black is a player that definitely has had some trouble beating the dropper allegations.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like here it feels like his combo game is so much more stable. Like, that was the one thing he was missing.
Yeah.
Like, people, whenever I would talk to people who would play against Big Black, they're like, all right, not only does this man react to everything, this man does no OSs, he also drops everything. Who's letting him win?
Exactly.
But it feels like both those problems are solved, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know who can stop him.
Dude, he's looking really, really good now. And it's weird to say, but his Byakuya is playing with a sense of calmness. It's very calm, very controlled, and it's been working really, really well. Even right now, Wirt has getting this pressure, doing a good job with conversion, finding that first hit, and finally getting his first positive scenario of this match. Ooh, nice conversion. Put him back in the corner, baby.
Reload. All right, we're back at it again. Oh, I was going to say the purple bullets are the opportunity that you want on Elthel, but the Abare 2A is going to be the opportunity that you want on Byakuya as well. Going to go right here into the command grab, setting up all three webs, and this is going to be a scary spot here for Wirt.
Yeah, chain shift blocks those two webs immediately, just going to get them out of there, does not want to hold the pressure, but Big Black just patient. I'm telling you, this man is calm, stone cold ice in his veins, and he is playing so patient, so careful, not overcommitting, sets up the webs there, got all.
The grid break to close out the set. I would say disrespectful, but if I'm being honest, that's optimal. A lot of people don't know that shielding that yields some pretty big consequences, especially since people try to actually shield out the web, try to mitigate that grid loss, and just going ahead and getting the punish with the force function. Big Black is headed to winner semis of the pool.
Yeah, just solid stuff, and that's Byakuya is so adept at tying you up, at locking you down, at just creating scenarios where you have to hold his pressure.
Yep.
You can't just ignore it. You can't. It's hard to master it. You know, if you have clever use and a good DP, you can CSDP out of stuff, but you have to win the cycle, and that's hard against a character like Byakuya who can pressure you mid-screen really, really well, and when he knocks you down, he's just going to run that set on you, and Big Black did it really, really well. Wirt had some moments, and when he got those hits, he was actually showing, like, pretty good stuff, but just got clipped by that Abare 2A.
Yeah.
Big Black is... He's stone cold, man. That guy's a killer tonight. I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah, like I said, I was like, I don't think I saw a single drop from him in that set, which honestly, like, I love the guy, but that's pretty uncharacteristic, right? Like, you know, you're always expecting at least one drop in the set, but this man had everything tightened up, and this early in the morning,
it's impressive.
Like, come on. I already know we're going to see a great run from this guy. Like, they're getting things kicked off.
Dude, first stream, you know, it's what, 12:40, 12:30 in the morning. First stream match you got, and you just got ice in your veins already. That is a different type of competitor. I'm excited to see him play against some of the bigger names we got coming out. You know, we got a lot of good sets coming up, and I really want to see him compete against some of those big boys. I know in this same pool you got Gray Faden in it. That'll be a fun matchup for me to watch. You know, those people have played a couple of times before. I think Big Black typically takes up that matchup, but I'm really curious to see what Gray can do, especially against a man who is looking stone-faced like he is right now.
So ridiculous, man. Like it feels like, you know, the people who you expect to win, you know, you kind of go there, you're like, oh, yeah, like, oh, they win 2-0. But you got to pick up some of those tendencies and see how they're going to carry it against some of the people as they get deeper into the bracket. Like we said, I already know this top 48 is going to be ridiculous. This top 32, I mean, I know this top 8 is going to be insane. Like, this is kind of setting up. It's like a little matinee, you know, for what we have to come later on in the tournament. Like, man, every time I see one of these sets, it just gets me more and more excited for finals day, dog. Like, I don't know.
Dude, this is consider this the teaser trailer, you know what I mean? We got that character reveal coming up later on.
Like,
we're excited.
This is the for real gameplay trailer right now. Like,
exactly.
It's like, listen, we can't call too many things as a gameplay trailer, but it's looking like we're getting a nice little sneak peek at what we have coming through later on. But we can't look too far in the future. Got stuff to focus on. As we start to go on into these winter semis, we are looking for pool, it's like for next round of the bracket qualification,
Yeah.
everyone who wins in winner semis is guaranteed to get out into the next phase of the bracket.
Exactly, right? So if you really want to get yourself into that winners finals of the pools, because it's a lot less stress, right? You still want to win that next match so you get out winner side of pools, but you're guaranteed out. So if you can stay winning a couple of rounds in a row, you get yourself into a much better position, and you get to say, hey, I made it out, right? Speaking of which, we got Gray Faden here on the left, going to show out that Nanase against... I remember this fella's name. We saw them a little bit earlier
This is Trinity.
Trinity, yes. Gray Faden versus Trinity. It should be a good matchup here, Trinity Navy, Gray Faden. I'm curious to see.
the Wagner, right?
Gray Faden is typically a Nanase.
I see. I saw him play Wagner in casuals. That's why I was like, ooh, we got to see.
Yeah, trying out different stuff. Might go Wagner here early on in the bracket. Maybe wants to try something out and have that counter pick. One great thing, a lot of top uni players, they are willing to swap characters or have maybe one or two they're comfortable with just to cover some worse matchup or some more unfun matchups, right?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, no matchup in this game is completely unplayable. Like, I mean, shout outs Kamine. That man did a great job of making sure that every character has tools for every sort of archetype. Like, no one truly feels outclassed, when you combine like system mechanics with the individual things that these characters have. But sometimes, even regardless of if the character can win, it sure doesn't feel good to do so. So, you got to have some other characters on backup just in case.
Exactly. And, the fun thing about this matchup, the winner is going to end up playing Lotus. Who we saw earlier, Lotus gave us a really, really good match earlier. I'm kind of excited to see who can take this, Trinity had a good win earlier on. I'm excited to see if Trinity can maybe take it against Gray Faden. Of course, I'm going to be rooting for Gray Faden. Shout out DFW. Shout out the people who I see at those locals, right, who are out there grinding the game. We're going to see how this one goes. I'm excited for it.
Nah, it's like, I mean, you always got to shout out your team, man. Like I said, seeing Gray Fade on the Wagner. Yeah. Like I said, I saw playing it a little bit earlier in casuals. Nice to see they were getting it nice and warm for this pool run.
Exactly. And hey, I don't blame him. Nanase versus Nanase is kind of a weird matchup. Instead, go with Wagner, get that plus frame pressure, the setups, and you have really good ways to challenge through it and really challenge a lot of, Nanase's projectiles that Nanase doesn't necessarily have herself without big commitments, right? That shield, good stuff.
Shield charge is such a scary spot, especially since we can get those buffs applied. Owen just going to get taken out immediately with the DP. A DP coming out as well from Gray Faden, and they're going to be the one to win that interaction and get a nice little combo afterwards.
Yeah, double DP. They are pressing buttons today. Gets the cross up. Trinity not going to be ready for it. Gray going to go ahead and close out that round one. Looking pretty solid here. Good back and forth so far for Trinity. It's just a question of, if...
the shield through! We love guard point out here.
We love it.
It's like that shield mask, especially with the buffs. It always looks so funny, but man, the utility that you get out of it just shows that Wagner is in, and Wagner isn't going anywhere. Utilizing the plus frames. Not only is this going to be big damage, we got buffs on deck. We're going to go straight to the IW. 5.1K for your troubles.
Yeah, 5,000. That's where you want to be on those maximum combos. A lot of good damage. Wow, mash out. Good bar rate, and going to go ahead and change shift and close it out. Gray Faden, solid round two there. Going to go ahead and take that game one in favor. Solid.
Yeah, we're running it right back. I hear Texas Tech is going crazy. Love to see it. It's like, but we got Gray Faden going up. Everything will remain first to two for a while. So this could potentially be the last game, but we got to see if Trinity has something left in the tank to try and close out. It's like at least try to close out this first game and force us to go to a game three.
Yeah, good shield stock already. Gray Faden getting a lot of pressure. Trinity was doing good at the start of the round. One of the problems is if you get Wagner set up on either of those sword or shield stocks, it becomes much harder because her buttons, her specials just get better, right? Yeah. Trinity really needs to leverage those Nanase buttons, which are going to outrange a lot of Wagner stuff, especially early on. There's the infinite 4.3 thousand. Going to go ahead and set up the stock again.
Oh, wow. That throw from Trinity was really good. I don't know if they were fuzzy throwing there, but it worked out perfectly. Going to go right in there with the sweep, and it is going to be set point for Gray Faden.
Yeah, that classic white woman normal, the long, low sweep. Oh, good pickup. Finds a good hit. Going to go ahead and sword stance. We're going to go push back into the corner. Nice shield hit. Good stuff, 3.5, and gets the stubble stock. And now you got to hold pressure. Trinity chooses a bad time to mash and gets clipped for it. Another big combo. And Gray's almost one touch away at this point. Yeah, after that, definitely one touch away.
One touch here is going to be so hard to match. You might see the VO come out. Tries to go for a 100-meter option. It is going to get stuffed out. And the 2-0 for Gray Faden. Moving on to winner semis.
Yeah, solid stuff. Definitely earned that play and just did solid. Trinity had a couple of those moments where you know, they were doing really, really solid and they were really able to compete. But unfortunately, Wagner pressure. That'll make an honest man out of you, right? Like, you can't be lying against Wagner pressure. They're going to lie detector you in the middle there.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I mean, listen, that's the cherry tree of Under Night, bro. Like, you cannot – it's like you got to be as honest as you have to be. Like, you know, if you mash – like Wagner's going to let the people know that you match.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like, you're going to hear that big old counter, you know, going to get the voice actors paid for their production job. But, you know, it's like we're able to see a great performance here for Gray Fade. And, you know, looking incredibly solid going into this winter semis.
Solid stuff. And I'm excited to see, you know, we're probably going to see that matchup come out here later on, that Lotus versus Gray Fade. And that'll be a really, really good matchup. Again, winter semis, you get your way into winners finals of the pools. And like you were saying, whoever wins, you know, no matter what you do, if you win this next match, you're out of pools. You're going to be in a comfortable spot. You want to try and win it so that you got an easy path, but you're already out, which is a good sign.
I mean, at this tournament, I don't even know if we could call it an easy path at this point, man. Like, there's so many killers.
Yeah.
Like, so many people, like I said, I never heard of Gray Fade, and they put up like a clinical Wagner performance, and you're telling me they're a non-escape player. Like, you're like, this isn't even their main character, and they're already putting in a performance like this. Like, look, man, like, winner side is already going to be nuts. If you got to trudge your way through losers, I pray for you.
Godspeed, bro. Yep. You're walking your way through the swamp. That is devastating.
Yeah, like, I'm sure church is open on Friday out here. There's got to be, man. Better pay yourself a nice little visit because you're going to need it.
Exactly. No, you're right on that. That's like both sides of the bracket path. You either fight in the Somme or you fight in Vietnam. Like, neither of them are good. You got to just choose what you want to do, man. It's brutal.
Oh, my goodness gracious. But, I mean, I don't know if we're going to move on to our winner semis here now. I feel like we are pretty established. Like, I feel like all of our matches are set at least for one of our pools.
Yeah.
We might have a couple more to go, but, you know, regardless, we got some good uni coming through, man. Like,
absolutely.
I feel like the moment that, like, even our round one matches were already great, but the moment that we left that initial round, like, all the matches have just been outstanding.
Yes.
All these players came hungry and ready to play.
Absolutely, man. That's a fun thing. Uni 2 having an online that's much more playable than the original for sure. You know, I was playing Yuzu grinding that out, and that was not a fun situation to be. But this new game got a more playable online experience, and the community has really rallied behind it. They've been wanting that support for a long time. Arc World Tour had some really, really good moments for the game, and I'm excited to see. I believe it's at the next Arc World Tour as well, so I'm excited to see how it stays around long term. The game's been super fun, so I'm curious to see how it keeps going.
Yeah, I'm super hyped. I mean, listen, Arc World Tour this year is looking insane to say the least. Like, I feel like, you know, the format last year, some people liked it, some people weren't too sure on it, but this year I think that there is an overwhelming consensus that people are pretty excited for the new format.
Absolutely.
We got lots of new tournaments coming through. We got lots of new locations. Like, I'm already trying to make trips to some of these crazy places like Greece and Mexico. Like, bro, they're giving me too much to look forward to.
Yeah. And we got Poob versus Another Rex. These are some, you know, Poob is expected to make it out of this pool. He's expected to do pretty well. Looks like on the Kaguya versus an Enkidu. So Kaguya going to be one of those new characters. Has some really strong set play stuff, but is mostly known for those guns. Kind of like a Elfeld-esque character, right? Set those grenades and forces you to guess. Whereas Enkidu, plus frame, you want to be matching, right? Tries to catch you matching and just going to kill you if he does.
Oh, man, yeah, there's definitely a frame trapper for sure. We're seeing a lot of low shields, and Northworks is going to take advantage of it, close it out with a simple route here, and a pretty dominant rounder to close out this first one.
Yeah. Classic Enkidu shenanigans, by the way. With the throw, changed it and did an air dive kick. Wow, starts the round off good.
The 6 force function is so scary. Ooh, gets the stomp, and we already know it's going to be huge damage.
Yeah. Leaves those gaps in his pressure, so you want to press, but he's going to smoke you if you do. Finds a nice pickup. Northern Rex, nice knockdown. Presses back into the corner. Challenge, stomps. Not going to mash. Poof gets caught.
No. Yep, just keep it simple with the air sequence. And a perfect to close out game number 1. Another X is looking untouchable, and the round indicators are showing that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just a really solid, perfect play. You know, you can see Northern Rex, they're both taking a moment, thinking through it, like, okay, what decisions did I make? What do I got to do better? The hard part, Enkidu, you don't want to let him just pressure you endlessly because eventually he's going to hit, but you got to choose the right time to mash. If you choose incorrectly, you're going to get smoked. Good round start for Northern Rex, going to go ahead and push back into the side and Pooh patient. Finds a way out.
Yeah, it's like Pooh patient almost to a fault, I feel like. I feel like we've seen a lot of Northern Rex able to exploit the very passive defense that we've seen here. Oh, there we go. The force is going to be hard enough to get that, though. I mean, or the force, yeah, I mean, my bad.
Yeah.
But
Drop the cross up. We get the corner. We're going to set up grenades on you. Nice tech on the throw. PRM.
Yeah, but it's like gold. It's like we love the gold throw. Would have been push-ups otherwise, but the 6 force function here. Go into the smart steer.
Whiff on the throw. Who's going to take it back and go ahead and set up right back into the corner. Press button. Gets that throw once again. Set up pressure. Nothing. Mash up. Oh.
I like the force function there from the other end, trying to close things out.
Yeah.
Gonna go straight in. Oh man, I thought they were gonna be able to get a pickup. I was gonna say go straight into the IW and parries the veil off.
Dude, look, he
hopping
up
off the crowd. Okay, then.
He's like, I'm cold, bro. Good stuff. Group finding a hit here. Going to go ahead and reset back, trying to get some pressure. Group really hasn't gotten anything super important here. And Northrex just charging right through, finding the hit.
Northrex is just doing an incredible job of locking Poop down here. The only thing that we can really say about his play even is that we haven't been able to see too many of those, delayed / immediate throws hit.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, the offense has been crazy. The neutral's been crazy. He's been doing his job on defense. Listen, Northrex is looking like a real contender to win this thing for sure.
Yeah, gets the grid cycle too. Poop is in a decent position. I mean, has the grid, but going to take a lot of damage, unfortunately. Got caught matching. Oh, gets thrown anyways. And now you got to hold more pressure. Northrex got the grid at the end there and just was able to mash through. That's the advantage. You got those armor on your moves, and you will just smoke whoever's trying to press on your buttons.
Yeah.
Good stuff for Northrex.
Yeah, I was like, Northrex was getting it done there. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like, it's like I said, they just had every piece of their game plan down pat, and they were ready to move on into this winter semis.
Yeah.
Man, the caliber of play that we've seen already here from not only pools, first pool of the day, has been insane.
Oh, yeah.
But we are finally getting into our winter semis matches. All 8 of them are set for the 2 pools that we are running through today. And we got, like we said, we got our top players.
Yep.
We got our local talent.
Yep.
We got people who are coming through from other games.
Yep.
We've got such a variety of different people who are coming through and winning their way to this position. It's only going to be a joy to watch from here, man.
Absolutely. And these are, these winter semis matches, these are people who have won multiple games to get to this point, right? You got people who are hungry, who have put in the work, and who have earned some, have gotten their stripes so far, right?
Yep.
And they're at a point now where we're going to start seeing great matches. You've already seen good matches. You're going to see some great matches coming up here in the second here. You still got Big Black. You still got Gray Fade. You still got Masoma lurking in the back. You got all these good players. I'm excited to see how it's going to play out. It's going to be really awesome.
It's like, kicking off the event with something like this is insane. Listen, anime this whole weekend is going to be stacked.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were looking at that Grand Blue bracket. That mess is stacked to all get out.
Yeah.
This bracket is incredibly stacked. You already know we got people coming through for Strive going to be stacked as well. Listen, the anime bros, we're eating. I can't even lie. We're eating right now.
It's been a really good year for a lot of anime games. Uni came out. We have Grand Blue that came out. We've had a lot of really, really cool stuff coming out. We got the Hunter x Hunter game coming in the future. That's a game for the the sickos and dirtbags out there, man. I'm excited for that one. It'll be fun, man.
Listen, all I gotta say is when people saw aiding, I don't know why they got surprised. I feel like we saw TVC, we saw DNF. I feel like
we saw Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh yeah, I'm like sometimes people even forget they produced that.
Yeah.
Game. Look, if I feel like we keep on getting these warnings and people keep on complaining about the same stuff, I'm like, listen, you already knew it was going to come through. You already knew it was going to happen.
Exactly. You knew what was going to happen. I don't know why you acting surprised now, right?
Is that Isaac J?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So
hit us with the lore.
This is my GOAT.
Yeah.
All right. Plus our Bridget.
Yeah.
A character that is very underrepresented, a character that I love.
Yeah.
And now he's going to try and show something here. I think I saw Photon get locked in, but we'll see that later. Seeing them come through, not only playing in the plus hour bracket, which, I'm definitely going to go and be peeping, but coming through, trying to, put a little bit of work in Uni and showing that, they're here right now. Look, they're in winter semis of their pool.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're here. They're ready to play.
Definitely has that work, and that's what we're talking about. Fighting games can be very transferable. And gear especially, transfers to Uni pretty nicely. There are a lot of similar mechanics. Change shift, kind of working like a Roman cancel. You got your veil off, kind of like a burst, There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in this game. But, of course, sitting opposite of Isaac J, we got Burn Castle, a.k.a. Masoma, the Kuon man himself. Lots of good play. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure. Masoma definitely a favorite, but I'm curious to see how Isaac J is going to handle it.
Yeah, they have been hanging out. Isaac J in particular has been hanging out in the scene for a while, coming through, making their name in plus R.
Yeah.
But, you know what? honestly, like, we got to see what's going on with the Eltnum here from Isaac J. And, of course, the patented purple Kuon coming out from Masoma.
And already starting off pretty nice. Gets that Bison slide. Going to go ahead and set up the wheel up top so you can't jump out of it. And now Isaac J is going to have to hold some of this pressure on the Eltnum. Interesting. But Eltnum definitely has some range buttons that can challenge some of Kuon's stuff. Fortunately, not finding anything yet. Good throw.
Yeah, just like going to put the wheel on him. Good block on the high and great tech. The defense from Isaac J. But, it's like, but even with that defense, isn't able to even touch Birdcastle in this first round here, and it's going to be a perfect to get things kicked off.
Wow, you know, hey, Burncastle, Masoma immediately committing to a super.
Ooh, the
Just
roll!
going to get shot out of it. Isaac J really good roll in and going to go ahead and get some pressure.
Oh my goodness. Like, I see it here. Going through.
Good stuff. Re-looping, we got the bullets. Oh, empty the clip, now you got to reload.
Oh, gets the grab there.
Oh, wow, good mash out on that flash kick. Set up the wheel again.
Yeah, but I was going to say, like, not only getting the flash kick, look at the confirm here. Tons of damage, gets the side switch, gets the Oki, and hits Isaac J low. Even though they don't have much of that grid to work with here, you know, it's like, you can't really do too much, especially when you have these Kuon normal, this Kuon disc on you.
Wow, pick that up off of the Bison slide into the wheel. He's nasty.
Show me something then, Masoma. Okay, then. Like, listen, I haven't seen too much of Kuon, but I didn't know that he was doing all that. Like, look.
Dude, he got the sauce, apparently. I didn't realize.
Like, getting the pickup into the wheel, I was like, all right, then maybe try to set up some Oki, but just gets the conversion off of it. This man is already looking like a Kuon master.
Yeah, really good stuff, but that was a close match in that last one. Isaac J was able to get conversions, was able to carry it a pretty good amount, just wasn't able to get out of the pressure that, you know, Burncastle Masoma was able to set up. Gets the wheel, chain shift to try and challenge, and said, nope, you got to deal with this ambiguous float, and that low clips you.
My God, baiting out the high shield. Did you see that? Baiting out the high shield with the feint on the high. Catches him holding 4 and D and then hits him low to break the grid. Masoma showing that not only do you need the legacy knowledge, you got to know what's good with the game if you're trying to put on dominant performances like this.
Exactly. He is simply built different, but Isaac J getting to start off, got a lot of those bullets in the clip, but he gets challenged again by that wake-up wheel, my man. Oh, he is old with it. And he's got the big corner carry.
Corner carry, that is insane. Look at it.
East
on the
Coast
wake
to
up.
West Coast.
Oh, I love that setup so much because you're able to bait out the green shield, catches them mashing, and full grid to work with. This should be more than enough here.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and go into that infinite worth. We're just gonna be able to close it out.
Yep.
Burncastle.
Fist bump should be coming out already. Like, no doubt this is going to kill 6K.
Yeah.
And Masoma is going to be not only your first person in Winners Finals, but your first person punching their ticket out of pools for this uni bracket.
Absolutely. And it's no surprise, you know, if you look at the seating on the bracket, he was definitely a favorite. Masoma, not only a favorite for this bracket, a favorite for the tournament, right? He's seated to go pretty far into it. Really, really solid stuff and just good play. You know, Isaac J, no slouch himself, and he had a couple of those interactions where you're like, okay, he's starting to cook. He's got that Outnum stuff, but Masoma, I'm just gonna choose violence. You know, and when you get put down in that corner, that flight, oh my God, ambiguous to say the least.
Oh man, it's like just such good knowledge of like what he wants his opponents to do. It's like it doesn't even feel like, oh, what his opponents are gonna do. It's like, oh yeah, well I want you to do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this thing. We're just gonna bait out this, and then I'm just gonna blow you up for it. Like Masoma just has such a crazy game sense and such an insane, like an innate sense of conditioning that you know that he's gonna come out and just jack people up the moment that he gets that first knockdown.
Absolutely. And I like what you're saying. He kind of sculpts his opponent's options around what he wants them to do. And there were a couple of situations, you know, I noticed one early on that was really, really nice, where he just, instead of going for pressure, he like floated for it and then just floated back, went for a long range low to counteract Eltnum trying to press buttons because he realized, oh, he's going away. I might be able to challenge. Nope, too late. And the one that you called out really good on that, where he was in the corner, he did the float up to force him to high shield, then drop down and load him immediately. Like, boy, that's nasty there.
I'm still smiling from that. I'm like, bro, like, this is what I want to do in fighting games. I want to sit there, I want to make you look a little bit silly, and you have some fun while I'm doing it. Like, look, that's why I love Uni 2, man. Like,
it's sick, man. Ain't nothing better than walking away and making your opponent second guess the game itself.
Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, look, only more where that came from is the best part, right? it's looking like I know that we're gonna go here in the winter semis. I don't know if we're gonna head over to the other pool or if we're gonna stay here in pool number 1.
Yep.
But great matches on either side, man. Like,
no matter what happens, we're going to see a banger. No matter where we go. And, of course, we got a lot of ones. I'm excited for Gray Fade and Lotus. I want to see how that one
was
works
gonna
out
be
a
fun.
little bit more. You know, Lotus had some good stuff. I just want to see people play good games. You know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we got a lot of those coming up for you. And after this, we still got more stuff. I believe we got more Uni coming up after this.
Yeah.
So, don't click away. You're still going to have – if you're here for the Uni action, well, we got a good all-day affair ready for you.
All right. It's looking like we got Silver Tabby. I know this person because I met him literally yesterday. All right, then let's go. Best part about events is meeting new folks.
Real. Absolutely.
It's looking like Silver Tabby's going to be playing against Volume.
Should be nice. Volume, mostly known as a more kind of Texas Drive player, right?
Yeah.
Plays Leo and has done some good performances across different events. Solid stuff. So I'm kind of curious. You know, I like seeing him out at this point. Of course, this is going to be the loser bracket. So the loser of this one is going to be out of the tournament. So this is where it really, really matters. You got to make good decisions. Volume sticking on that Kuan. You just saw Kuan earlier. You already knows what he does. And, of course, Yuzu, Riha, both of them trying to play the long-range game, but Volume a little bit longer range than Yuzu is going to be at.
Yeah, it's like ever so slightly. I mean, the thing is like, you know, Yuzu wants to zone, but Kuon has such good anti-zoning options. You got to figure out a different approach altogether. As we already see from Silver Tabby already trying to go in.
Exactly. One of Yuzu's biggest strengths is if she does a reverse VP motion, she can teleport around the screen. So that's what she's going to do. She's going to always try to stay within her sword range and not going to let Kuon and Volume get too far outside of that range. Keeping up the pressure. Really good string so far. Canceling the sword. Catches the flash kick.
Yeah, I like the little bait there on the flash kick. Put on the defensive side now, though. Has to try and find their way out. Gets the first counter hit, gets the second one. Maybe going to try to pick up, but another drop from Silver Tabby is going to keep Volume in this first round.
Oh, God. Gets the dash attack. Going to go ahead and push back into the corner. Tries to jump out with a super, but Volume spaced that magnificently to catch any of those options. Really good stuff. Volume going to take that round 1.
Yeah, not going to quite be able to close it out with the confirm, but you know what? You just got to hit him until the light bar goes down, man. No one said you got to finish it off with a combo. Volume is going to take advantage of that to the fullest as they try to go for this hard knockdown and put Tabby in a rough spot, but the untimely drop is going to give Tabby a chance to get something started here.
Yeah, bad situation to be in. Unfortunately, Tabby not able to capitalize and is going to get clipped out. Good Abari by Volume, and that float was super ambiguous on a left-right. Fortunately, Silver Tabby didn't choose correctly and got clipped for it. Wow, nice teleport.
Yeah, I was like, that teleport is going to come in handy in this matchup for sure. Has to try to catch Volume on something, but a great punish, and that's going to be the first game here for Volume.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. And one thing I want to call out, you're seeing these a lot during these sets. If you see them go for a throw attempt and there are gold rings, that means you try to throw them out of hit stun or block stun so you have more time to tech the throw if you're the person being hit. You're seeing these a lot because people are trying to sneak in throws that aren't quite true. The game will let you go for it, but it's going to let your opponent have a lot of chances to get out of it. Volume starting off. Wow, that clipped.
Sending them to a little bit of Nanase cosplay out here from Volume. Sending off those fireballs elsewhere. But now, Volume has Silver Tabby on the back foot, and the back foot is just the first way to describe it, especially when you have no grid against a character like Kuon.
Yeah, good teleport, though. Tabby is not getting hit here and is trying to capitalize. Despite the fact that you're grid broken, you still got options. You can still throw hands, but unfortunately, Volume going to mash out, get the confirm. I've liked how Volume's been handling this matchup, by the way. Kind of retreats back to a safer zone where, Yuzu can't really touch him effectively, and then as soon as he gets a hit, charges in to keep the pressure going. Doesn't overcommit when he doesn't have to. Gets clipped.
Yeah, get a little clip there and gets the conversion, but is not going to quite be able to finish it off. Like I said, we're seeing a lot of the anti-zoning teleport, but we aren't seeing too much reward off it from Silver Tabby. We have to see some adaptation from Volume, but they haven't really been punished for it enough for it to matter too much yet.
The safe jump to bait out the flash kick, good stuff. Was able to get the confirm, baits it out again. Dude, that's a Leo player right there.
I was literally just going to say, I was like, all right, I see why you called him the Texas Leo, because I'm seeing the semblances here with the happy-go-lucky nature of the flash kick. Silver Tabby has been able to not only bait them out, but able to punish accordingly. And, it's keeping them in the set. Yeah,
really good stuff. Finds the cross up there, teleporting around and just making options a little ambiguous. Nice challenge by Volume. He's going to pick this up and has a lot of meter. Probably just going to value the corner carry to force Silver Tabby out. Oh, wow. Ooh. Cancels him to sword. playing around each other. Clips with the fireball full screen, but no conversion. Didn't have the chain shift to do it.
Uh-oh. And that was just looking Prime. Gets a nice little air net conversion. This should be more than enough to kill Commentator's Curse. But Volume says Commentator's Curse be damn. Going to take it 2-0 over Silver Tabby. Sharing a nice little laugh. Remember, it's all fun at the end of the day. It's all love.
Absolutely. You know, got that low to close it out. A little bit sloppy there. You know, and you notice with Silver Tabby on Yuzu, when Yuzu was getting those combos, tons of damage, right?
Yep.
Really can dish out what it's worth. But unfortunately, Yuzu is a hard character. There's a lot of different DP inputs you got to switch in, holding right buttons, right negative edging, other things. It can be really hard to play at a good level. And when Silver Tabby was cooking, he was the head chef, you know?
Yep.
But when he dropped those things or when he was missing something, you have to force yourself back into a reset situation. Became a lot of scrambles, and unfortunately, Volume, you know, for better or worse, he's a Leo player. That dude is comfortable with scrambles.
Yeah, it's like not only was Volume comfortable with scrambles, Kuon is so good at them, and Yuzu is so bad at them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, Yuzu is definitely a character where when they set up, they're good to go.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, it's like they set up, they're throwing out those full screen disjointed slashes. They're having a good time. You know, you could change the track on your Spotify, check the weather. But the moment that they get in and you got to kind of try and scrap your way out, then Yuzu's tools become a lot less effective.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready to handle that as a Yuzu player, then you're going to find yourself in some bad spots.
Absolutely. And it's like, you know, one of the things that really compounds it, she doesn't have defensive options. She just has to rely on universal mechanics. And like things like Veil Off can be really, really good. But when you choose that wrong option, if you get blocked on a VO, you die. I mean, it's over. You're going straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. It's over, man.
Yeah, it's like you don't get to collect $200 from the board. You get to collect $200 from bracket.
Exactly.
Like, look, you're putting a rust ball all around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bad stuff. But, hey, you know, Silver Tabby played a good one. Unfortunately, going to be out of the tournament at that point. That was a loser's match. Volume going to keep moving on in. So I'm excited to see who we got coming up next, if we're going to see more of those winners semis, or if we're going to stick around the loser's bracket for a little bit and see kind of, you know, who's down there and who's lurking and hoping to earn their way out through that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like kind of chilling out here in the loser side of the bracket. You know, it's like, it's always fun to see what people try to do, especially when, you know, their tournament life is on the line, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when you're in winners, you can try a bit more stuff out because, you know what, my tournament life, you know, it's like I got one more chance. Yeah, I can lose a game. I can lose a round. I can lose a set. Like, you know, you got that stuff. But every single interaction counts on the loser side. So I was curious to see who's going to, like, you know, fold under that pressure or who's going to, you know, flourish and prove themselves, you know, needing to be in the position where they're at.
Exactly. And one thing I do want to count out, by the way, you know, we saw Big Black versus Trumpet happened off screen, so Big Black punched his ticket into those winners finals. So he's going to be lurking out there. If you pay attention, we're going to see that matchup a little bit later on. Looks like we also got prepped. We're going to end up seeing Gray Faden play a little bit later on, but we got a match right now, Trumpet versus Emblem in that loser's quarters. I'm curious to see how this is going to work out. Trumpet on the limb.
Yeah, I was like, I really appreciate, like, you know, just the way that Emblem was able to play. Like I said, saw some really clean stuff in their winner side match. As you see, they're already getting the conversion off of the assault to bait out the throw.
Good stuff.
Yep, sure, throw. Not even gonna throw Thanatos at him, but I gotta say, Linne is a very different matchup. So you gotta know, and if you don't know, then believe me, it'll be very, very clear. So curious to see how Emblem is gonna be able to deal with this character.
Yeah, Trumpet doing a good job not overcommitting, just using her long-range specials, her normals to just kind of challenge space. Wow, gets the overhead there. Good stuff, and the grid break is really, really bad. But Trumpet just gonna mash DP out, doesn't want to hold pressure.
Throws on throws. And now, not even gonna give Trumpet a chance to use any of their invincible options now.
That's off.
Oh, man, that shield was pretty scary there from Emblem. But, you know, honestly, they have the life lead. Oh, I thought they were going to get the conversion off that. I thought they were the go. But
yeah, I thought so, too. The snap gets the throw, and we're going to set up again. Hold you down. Good blocks. Trumpet not overcommitting.
Oh, got the read on the throw, but isn't able to pick up. Trumpet is saying, look, I see what you're doing. Let me one up you real quick. Get the conversion. Get the side switch.
That cross under almost going to time, too. Really good stuff for Trumpet.
Talking back to the crowd a little bit, I mean, Trumpet able to, you know, I like the little cross underneath, getting a nice little bit of mix there, and is able to close out this first round, like, showing that the Linne robbery potential is there. Like, it's like, listen, I feel like if you've been playing this game at any point in time, you know it's there, love it or hate it.
Absolutely. That first match went on for a good amount of time, by the way. You know, we just finished that first round. Oh, good snap and picks it up. Good conversion by Emblem. Knock him down back into the corner. And we're going to set up. Use the backdash. Doesn't want to get caught by one of the ridiculous buttons. There we got the stand jumping down to keep you locked down and gets the throw to grip break it and close it out. That is round 1 apiece.
Yeah, completely opposite type of round there for Emblem and Trumpet. We saw definitely one that went to the ropes in the first bit, but then we see, you know, a bit more of a speed run here from Emblem, and I'm wondering if that is going to be the tone of the set, or if Trumpet is going to be able to come back and try and win these things.
Wow, good match. The fact that they traded on that super is absurd. You know, Trumpet really was trying to hope to get a clean win on that to maybe reestablish some pressure, but hasn't been able to so far. And you got to hold, you know, Ori has really good tools to contest that 2-3-6B, that little sword thrust there. So good at forcing her way in.
Yeah, Trumpet is very glad that they won the grid cycle there, I'm sure, because the fact that they didn't have force function there is keeping them in this thing, but very untimely mash on the drop. And it's looking like Emblem is going to take the first game here.
Yeah, solid stuff. I mean, just that first round, very scrambly. Nobody really had a good advantage. But since then, Emblem has just clutched up and is locked down. You know, Trumpet's been having a hard time getting out of pressure. Great throw, by the way, for Trumpet. Nice stuff to get out. Gets challenged by the stand. Pushing back into the corner.
Isn't able to utilize Thanatos once again. Oh, no. Thrust counter hit is always going to be some big damage, especially in this game.
Oh, just mashes out again. All right, gets the pickup. Not going to convert fully out of it. Maybe could have killed. Good tech throw. Trumpet has a chance here, but has to make it count. Chain shifts. The thrust miss to not be minus.
They're already utilizing the CS there and isn't going to need it for the rest of the conversion. A perfect here from Emblem.
Just good play. I mean, been using the stand so well. That thrust, he's such a challenge for Trumpet to get out of. No, hasn't been able to really figure out how to get around it because it counteracts, you know, Lynn's jump bar, keeps her pretty low, and it's one of those options that really makes it hard for her to do anything.
Yep.
Oh, speak of the devil, we're throwing it out again.
Yeah, it's like Lynn can't really do much full stream because that thrust is always coming for you. With the Smart Steer under 3.6, putting those meaties on Trumpet is going to be so important for Emblem because, like, listen, Lynn, she has some invincibility frames. Like, you got to be able to call those out. So just structuring your pressure around it, Emblem's been doing a great job of that so far.
Block that cross up, you're nasty. I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the best part about Uni is that cross-up protection does come in clutch sometimes. So
yeah.
It's like, for those of you who don't know at home, Emblem going to take it 2-0. But for those of you who don't know, whichever way your character is facing, as long as you block in the direction, or the opposite of that direction that character is facing, no matter what is going on with that character, you will 100% block the left-right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So really good knowledge, at least on that interaction. But Emblem showing that overall the knowledge was there to go ahead and close out another clutch 2-0.
Just good stuff. I mean, Emblem has been cold. Every time we see him on screen, that dude lights up. I mean, really solid stuff. That first round, very scrambly, very back and forth, a little finicky. But after that, just locked down and went, okay, thrust is good in this matchup. Like, you know, she doesn't have a good way to challenge it for most points on the screen. I can charge it up and just punish her. And it worked really, really well. Yeah,
it's like you said, like especially with Emblem, like I think that man is undefeated on stream and has not won a set off stream. Like, listen, production, we need to keep this man off stream.
For his bracket, right?
Yeah, it's like for his own sake. Like, I don't think that he has lost on stream yet.
Oh yeah,
he's been on stream twice, 1-2, and he had to get in the loser somehow. So
yeah. Unfortunate.
It's like, look, the math is mathing right now. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, checks out to me. I think that's right. Good stuff. Again, you know, going to move on, but unfortunately, opponent's going to go down. You know, great tournament life. We appreciate everybody coming out here, though. Even though you lose, sitting out here trying and playing and getting casual afterwards, asking your opponent, hey, what do I do about this? People are happy to share that info. That's one of the great things about the local scene. If you play online tournaments, you get mad, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You play local, offline tournaments, you're able to sit down and go, hey, I know you beat me. I lost to that. What do I do about that? Like, what's my option? People will happily tell you. They 100%. Want you to get better, and they want to all grow together. Yeah, if you're stronger, they get stronger, right?
Yeah. It's like, I was gonna say, it's like, I mean, that's one of the main things, or one of the motivators for providing that counterplay is, as you learn to beat an option, you as the person whose option just got beaten, you got to start doing other stuff to try to close out games now. Like, you can't just go ahead and knowledge check them over and over again.
Exactly.
You got to keep your play clean. And when your play gets cleaner, their play gets cleaner. Iron is sharpening iron in every sense of the word here at these tournaments.
Absolutely, and that's what makes these offline tournaments great, and that's what makes Texas Showdown such a great tournament. But this is a matchup I called out earlier.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch Lotus versus Gray Faden. Lotus, that extra gear player, strong stuff. Faden more of that DFW representing the local uni scene on the Wagner versus Gordeau. Let's get it.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I feel like, honestly, even though we have Big Black and Masoma here, this may be match of the block so far. Like, it's like, especially when we have two players who, aren't gonna completely dominate their opponent, but have enough game sense to make it a really clean match. Like, listen, all I know is that this is gonna be a banger.
Yeah, and that was the first big hit there, by the way, 20 seconds into that match.
Yep.
They were playing safe. Grey Faden was not overcommitting versus Lotus, and is getting a big reward for that, looking for and biding your time. With a character like Wagner, once you get into this situation, you're in a really, really good spot. 5.3 tons of damage.
Throw kills here, and baits out the VO for a very dominant first round here from Grey Faden.
That was so clever. Use the shield charge, immediately change shift on wake up because you noticed it didn't hit on block. Was like, all right, I'm going to be safe. Hold back. Caught the VO. Good stuff. Grey Faden working well. Lotus is going to have to do some work, and is going to have to make a commitment to get Grey Faden opened up.
It catches something on the punish there. Now he's going to be able to push him all the way to the corner again. Definitely the most underrated part of the combo game. And getting the conversion off of the Assault JA.
Such good stuff, and you're not going to build up that 200 meter to get into the infinite worth. Oh, wow. Lotus, really good match out there. Pick up.
Not quite. The commentator's curse, no!
Good, the big sweep there. And you should be able to pick up the infinite worth. That should be it.
Oh, yeah. It's like, IW's gonna for sure kill her. Look at the damage that this does now, man. I don't know what they were thinking about changing the scaling on that, but I know that Grey Faden is happy about it. Like, 5.4K to close that out.
Yeah,
nothing to scoff that for sure.
It worked. I mean, it's so much good damage. And Wagner, unlike other characters, she's not really meter dumping that much. She really wants to hold on to her meter because that infinite worth is so good. It combos out of her stuff naturally, and it just does a ton of damage. So she's benefited to hold on to her meter. Lotus going to go ahead, get our first big hit. Nice command grab. Push it back. I like the backdash to try to cover the DP, but Faden didn't bite.
Oh, man, the Gray Shield's coming out. I'm seeing a lot of tap shield from Lotus and not too many punishes from their opponents. Honestly, if you get away with tap shield, more power to you, man. As you can see here, Lotus able to take advantage of a slight clip there. Gonna go straight into the ASIM. Oh, wow. I like the little restand. That was nice, though. It's like, I mean,
he was cooking on that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, even though it looked like a drop, was able to get the restand, utilize the plus frames, and close out the round here with the slide. I'm calling him safe.
yeah, it was nice, man. Looking really, really solid. Going to slide into that home base and get that round for the team. Lotus in a good position on already starting off this round pretty good as well. Got a couple of little taps, able to reestablish pressure. Faden, of course, being patient, not going to overbite, gets the DP finally. Tries to catch with the sweep, not going to work.
Oh, yeah, the shield. Even though it's still going to be plus frames, really great CS there. Going to utilize that time freeze, and now we have the sword buff. This is a scary spot for Lotus. Look at that throw there. We're going to get the sword buff once again. Really good usage.
Yeah, and infinite worth. This is going to be a ton of damage. Not quite going to kill. Just really bad situation. 4.7. Oh, it's so low.
Oh, no. It's like nobody is ever ready for that 2A.
Yeah.
I mean, low 2As are... It's like, I mean, I feel like they're pretty common in this game, but, it's always so easy to get caught out by them, especially someone's using them to catch that backdash.
Yeah, good stuff. Back over here. And again, catches the backdash with the strong, big side normal, pushing into the corner.
Oh, I like that.
It goes into infinite worth himself. I like it. Catches out 5K damage. Really good scenario. And now you're that much closer to closing this out and forcing this to a game 3 situation. Lotus not trying to overcommit. Catches him with the high.
Oh, the triple overhead was so nice from Lotus. Hash chain shift, probably going to go back into that restand. I'm really liking that setup there from Lotus. I mean, I need my Gordeau players to go and steal that one because honestly, it's been putting in his work.
Oh, VO to get him off, but unfortunately, that big scythe picking up, and Lotus going to force us to a game 3 scenario with a perfect on that last round. I like that restand. It hasn't been working out for him so far, but I love the attempt because it forces Gray to really respect it as an option. You have to be ready to get reset out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like you said, you always got to be on your toes when you are getting these drops. I mean, especially like you said, when they have the CS on deck, they could just be like, you know what, I'm going to go into a lot more meter. Great TP there from Grey Faden. And now we're going to see them try to go on the opposite side of things as well.
Yeah, change hit DP is the classic, the RC DP of its time. Catches with the
Good
shield.
whip punish. All right, then.
Yeah, has infinite work, doesn't shoot the cash it out there, wasn't in the good combo scale routing to do so. And now Lotus going to push back away from the corner. 3.2 thousand. Change hit DP, baby.
Oh, man, we saw Invul on both sides. But Command Grab versus DP, DP is going to win every single time.
Absolutely. Get up out of the ground so you don't get snagged by it. But Lotus going to pick up with the Scythe again. Pushing back into the corner. Big conversion here. Going to knock down and chooses to back off and try to bait a DP. But
oh, no! Oh, Grave Faden getting knowledge check there. Just uses the guard thrust to try to get out of there. Another guard thrust coming out from Lotus.
Yeah.
Really wants to try to close this thing out. Oh, plus frames gets caught, and Grave Faden is going to go down. Lotus is now on set point.
Yeah, Grey Fade mashing a little bit too boldly there. Unfortunately, those plus frames are really, really good. Finds a good early hit, though. Gray's been very successful when they get that early first hit, and it's going to try to reestablish pressure. Yep, Lotus mashing on some plus frames. You're going to get blown up for that. And with a lot of meter, too, might just use the cash out infinite work. Yep.
Yeah, I think, I mean, there's no reason not to, though. Just absolute snowball effect that Wagner is able to put on you is so ridiculous. Like, honestly, if Gray was able to confirm that, that would have easily been dead, right?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
It's like, so even there, like, you know, we see why they like to cash out because it just makes so much sense. Oh, no. That DB's going to get called out. Not going to be the biggest damage here from Lotus, but it's going to be more than enough to set up pressure.
Yeah, and goes ahead, chooses to cash out in the infinite work, too. Wants to maximize as much damage as possible. Back into the center, and Gray has a lot of meter to play with. If he can get a hit, speak of the devil, not going to choose to cash out here. Wants to keep that meter for the next round and get an early life lead, but he's able to close it out. Gray Faden, set point, baby. Game 3.
I love it, capitalizing on the fact that that IW was used earlier on, and now Lotus has no meter to work with. And honestly, on Gord, that's a death sentence, right? Like not being able to have any of those invisible options, not being able to cash out with the EX Reaper. Like, there are so many things you lose from not having meter on Gorda.
Absolutely. Change shift DP, and look, Wagner's got all of her stocks, and she can just keep pressure going.
Man.
Finds a really, really big hit there. This isn't going to kill, but this is going to put it in a one-touch situation. Lotus has to play perfect from this point forward, and Wagner's got the stocks. Wow, great mash!
Yeah, it's like you talk about playing perfect. That's the way to get things started. Now, you can see the way that Lotus is structuring things. He's scared of even 1DP. His combo running has to be so strict here. Isn't able to convert, and Grave Faden is going to take game 3 from behind to move on to winners finals and get out of pools.
Yeah.
Now, Cicada, as a fellow DFW enjoyer, how are we feeling about this right now?
We up. we up right there.
The DFW stocks are at an all-time high, it
baby.
seems like, because it's like, listen, I know that obviously it was a joy to cast your fellow DFW enjoyer. It's like, listen, it's pools, it's a regional. You could get a little biased. I'm not going to get mad. All right, look, I did it in my regional. Y'all can do it in y'all's regional. Like,
Hey,
look, it's what we do.
We like to do it, man. It is unfortunate, though. You hate to see Lotus go down.
Oh, yeah.
What a set to go down with, right?
Oh, yeah.
Edge of the wire. Unfortunately, Graydon just had, one of those early scenarios, and one thing Grey Faden was really, really good at. If he wins that early scenario, right? If he gets that first couple of hits and is able to get a stock, really does a good job at steamrolling, and Wagner's a great character for that. Cash out infinite worth super effectively. I like his decisions for meter management, not overspending when he doesn't have to, saving it for those important, impactful moments, and it really worked out to get him there. Of course, Lotus, not out yet. Still going to be in loser side, still has a way to earn his place out of here, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was just such an interesting deep dive into domain knowledge versus specified knowledge, right?
Absolutely.
Like we said, we saw a bit more fundamental prowess from Lotus, but when it came to those split-second decisions in regards to grid, in regards to meter usage, in regards to capitalizing on certain aspects that are specific to Uni, because of the fact that even though the domain knowledge might have been slightly outclassed in the favor of Lotus, because it was still there for Gray, and because they had so much more in the field of specified Uni knowledge, they were able to close out that set in a nail-biter.
Absolutely, and one thing that you're noticing, it is kind of an all-star with characters that have DP using Chain Shift as a Roman cancel to lock your opponent out. DP guarantees the hit, and, Grey Faden just made good use of that in a lot of situations. Ended the set on a Chain Shift DP. The combo got dropped. He was able to tech out. As soon as he touched, mash that boy out, bro. He's spinning it.
It's like, look, you just got to – it's like those micro decisions matter so much more than the macro. When honestly the gap in between that macro decision-making isn't too bad, having those micro decisions down pat is what's going to be what's going to push you over the edge. And, you know, Gray is showing that off to perfection here.
Absolutely. And, you know, one thing I want to shout out to is that means Gray's going to have to play against Big Black to determine who goes out winner side versus who goes out loser side. That is not a, you know, not a fate that you really enjoy despite winning there. Of course, on the other side for that second pool, we got Emblem sitting in loser semis looking to figure out who's going to win between Lotus and Word. So we might see Lotus come back up again. Right now, though, we got Delvey 17 versus Poop. Poop going to be the Enkidu, Delvey 17 going to be the Akatsuki. Both these characters are mashers, but in different ways, right? Enkidu's going to use that plus frame armored pressure to keep you locked down. Akatsuki just hits you with long range normals, very Tatsu-like, very Shoto-like almost.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, this is the definition of a Shoto. He has the Tatsu, has the DP, even though it is on 2-2, which makes it a little bit more scruffy. But he has all those options that really classify as a Shoto. And, you know, he keeps things honest by having, you know, a mid-2L, just all those little things that... Yeah, I was like, the only thing that this man really has that separates him from the cast is just being able to kill you.
Yeah, absolutely.
This man kills you.
Yeah, and it's off of little combos you wouldn't expect, right? Just does a lot of damage out of his normal conversions, and his meter conversions do a ton of damage. If he wants to spend meter cash out on Infinite Worth, he can 5K you off of medium Tatsu. At least he could in the last game. It's really, really strong. And those fireballs against a character like Enkidu can be really rough because Delvey can really control the pace of the match. Poop has a lot of options here, but has to find one. So far, we've got the corner. Nice 3.8.
Tries to go for the safe jump there with the assault. Not going to be enough. And Poop recognizing, able to now push Delvey into the corner.
Yeah. Good stuff. Parries the fireball. We like that G stuff. Pushing back into the corner and a lot of damage. And this is where Enkidu needs to be. You have to capitalize if you're Poop because if he's reset back to neutral, it's bad. Chain shift.
Wow. Calling out the counter there. Tried to get a counter out of his own, but Poop is now going to get put on the back foot now. 200 bar here for Delvey to try to close this one out.
Yeah.
And the cycle as well.
Good stuff. Akatsuki, one thing he likes to do, re-stagger pressure, and you're seeing that a lot. Wow, gets the Tatsu, immediately converts into Fireball. Going to go ahead and pick it up. Delvey 17 closing out game one. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we saw Poop do pretty well, especially in their winners quarters match. So seeing Delvey, we haven't quite seen on stream yet. Try to make as good use of their screen time as possible. I mean, like, look, like I said, like, even though we do have, like, Masoma and Big Black in these pools, seeing the matches where, you know, it might not be as clear of a winner makes for much more entertaining content.
Absolutely. And these are two players, by the way, that are currently seeded to make it out of this pool play. Both of them on loser side, but we'll see if any of them can change their fate and get out on winners. And I'm curious to see who's going to stay here and get the automatic out after this one. Currently, Poop with a lot of good Enkidu pressure.
Oh, wow, really good shield into the punish. That domain knowledge looking so good for Delvey.
Backing out, just going to go ahead and throw a fireball.
Oh my God. That could have been huge. But no chance to confirm. Gonna get a chance to confirm here. And Poop is going to try to keep their winner's side hopes alive here.
Absolutely. And I like at the end, by the way, use that chain shift. If you have grid, for every grid bar you get meter for a chain shift. So use that chain shift right at the end there. Even though it didn't do anything for him damage-wise, you get that meter for the next round and put yourself in a much better situation. Delvey starting it out really, really good, though. Fakes the axe kick, goes for another throw.
Oh, tries to go for the throw once again. But Poop is on it with the tech.
Instead, we're just going to throw fireballs, charge our grid. Yeah, EX Fire. Oh, wow.
The DP to get out of there. I respect it there from Poop. And now they're going to get a chance to get something started. Enkidu with all this bar is definitely one of the scariest characters in the game, especially with the general damage buff. And now the cycle and the CS to go with it. Great confirm here by Poop.
God, good stuff. And I loved how he was just wiggling there, begging Delvey to do something to catch him with. And Delvey going to jump out. Poop immediately capitalize, find that hit, a good amount of damage. Now Poop, you know, not overcommitting, just going to hold these fireballs and try to parry through. Look at that, plus frame. Wow, mash out
Tatsu
Delvey.
on minus frames, the Akatsuki special. This man is here for a reason, and Delvey is trying to establish a stake here in this tournament before Poop puts a snipe sign on it and takes the second game of this set.
Dude, nice stuff. This is what we like. These competitive, close games going to game three. One thing I also like about Poop, my man's talking during his match. He's willing to express himself. Very active, very emotive player, and we love to see that. It's a great way to get into the mind of the mental state, right? But Delvey starting this one off, good pressure, gets the fireball.
Yep, here we go. We got Delvey getting his kick off here. Nice little chunk of damage. Like I said, you can see we don't really talk about the Enkidu. I mean, not the Enkidu, my bad. The Akatsuki mix. But even regardless, like being able to set up those safe jumps, being able to set up that strike throw is so potent as we see there. As Delvey's able to get a grid break.
Yeah, and immediately choose the veil off to restore grid and also just get out of that situation. You don't want to be holding that pressure if you can. Really good.
Oh my goodness. Hawking him down. He's going to be a big conversion here for Delphi. Not going to quite be able to kill, but has one more setup to try to do so.
Yeah. Fake, he keeps going these axe kicks and not letting them rip. Goes back low. I know that Delphi's trying to set up, Poop getting comfortable blocking low, and eventually when that axe kick does fall on his head, it's going to do a lot of damage. Wow, Fireball going to catch him. Back in mid-screen.
Oh, man. The 5B to try. Getting the little twinkle toes out of there. And a great confirm by Delphi. Going to go to set point here. Now remember, the winner of this game, not only the set, but this game in particular, since we are tied at 1-1, is going to be able to get out of pool, secure their spot in that top 32. Like, there's a lot on the line here.
Scoop. Oh, the back dash, the bait, the VO. Good stuff. And now you've got pressure. And Pooba's in a really bad situation. So much meter on the side of Delphi with the chain shift available. Not going to win this next grid, though. Chooses not to spend it before.
Yeah, like, I mean, that VO was crazy coming out. It's like that was a crazy bail off from Poop. It was even crazier bait from Delphi. So they might be able to close it out here. They're going to get meter. Nope. Alexi go for one more mix-up. And gets the reaction on the green shield. And Delphi is going to take that 2-1 and punch their ticket out of pool.
Yeah, guaranteed. Going to go ahead and set yourself up for success. We love to see it. And I believe that means Delphi is going to play against Masoma here.
Yep.
So that's going to be a fun matchup. Here's your reward. You play against one of the best people in this bracket.
Yeah, like,
right.
Congratulations, man. Now you gotta really test your might.
Yeah, you earned it. Now you gotta earn it. Like, you gotta work for this. But you did guarantee punch your ticket out on loser's side, so you got that. But hopefully, let's see if he can change his fate. Maybe if he can upset the seeding and walk away out of here on the winner's side. I'd be curious to see that. But of course, not going to be the end of Poop. Going down to the loser's side, definitely kind of expecting to make it out of this one. So I have faith in my man. I'll see if he's able to do it. But there are still killers down there lurking around every corner trying to take advantage of you.
I mean, to be honest, though, we saw some really incredible play and some really just incredible baits, really good utilization of a lot of the guard point, a lot of the parrying mechanics that Enkidu offers. Yeah. So, when you have the mastery of a character like that, seeing you get out of pools, even in a bracket that's stacked like this, honestly, I can't really count him out any means.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You have so many options in this, and there are so many good players that you just can't think everybody's not a threat, right? Maybe your first round, if you're a top player, maybe your first round or two, you can go, I probably got this. After that, though, it starts tightening it up real quick, and you get to a point where you just can't take for granted the person sitting across from you.
Yep, it's you got to make sure that you are in it to win it in every single game. Can't go over the random select that you might not have wanted.
Absolutely.
Can't go for the crazy combos. You just got to make sure that everything is tournament ready by the time you get to this point in the bracket.
Absolutely.
Because that's when, it's people always talk about, we need to win this many sets to get out. And, from an initial glance, it usually doesn't sound like too much. I only need to win 8 sets to win a major. All right, I can do that. That's simple.
Easy.
But with each one, you can expect your next match to double, if not get exponentially harder in difficulty, which makes winning these types of big brackets that much more impressive.
Exactly. It might be simple on the, I was thinking about that with I'm playing Xrd a little bit later on. I was thinking, I win 3 matches in a row. I'm top 8. Easy does it. Nah, it ain't that simple, bro.
Yeah.
You got killers looking around every single step of that bracket. Every win you make, you're gonna be granted against somebody just that much better, that much more skilled, that much more knowledgeable, and you gotta work. So you gotta earn it. You wanna earn it, right?
Yeah, it's earn it. These players must, but but that's the best part about qualifying for the winner's side, like Delphi did, is while you do, like you said, you do want to get out on the winner's side. That definitely does help a bit, but getting out at all, great achievement. I mean, the concentration of talent to entrance, especially at this tournament, is just so ridiculous. Uni 2 at this tournament is considered still a tier 2 event on Wikipedia. Yeah. So it's not really a super Dev Dome major, something an Arc World Tour qualifier basically. Yeah. But we're a step down, and there's only 90 people in this bracket.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So when you have a talent pool to justify that type of ranking, even with this few players, every match, you got to go in there gritting your teeth.
Yeah, absolutely. It's. It may not be the widest bracket in the world, but when I tell you it is dense, it's a kiddie pool that's as deep as the Marianas. You know what I mean? We ain't wide, but we are stacked here, and that's part of what makes this scene. Texas really likes its uni. There are a lot of really strong Texas players across the state. Of course, I'm excited to see Silent, aka Jack Ingoff, a little later on in this bracket. That dude is cold, and he's been a uni player for a long time. Won the Evo community bracket, I think, last year for uni. I mean, just a good player. I'm excited to see him a little bit later on, but I'm also excited to see Lotus making a return against, I believe that is Emblem.
Yes, Emblem coming back out here. I don't think that we've seen this match yet. I was swearing we did, but you know what? Maybe my mind's playing tricks on me here. Nice and early in the never mind it is 2 o'clock as I just saw. But, you know, regardless, we are going to see the Gordo. I don't think this is real. I think that this is... No, I see him talking. Surely they're just checking buttons.
They are. This is one. This is one heck of a button check.
Yeah, but this is a crazy sequence to go for the button check.
Good pressure. I'm going to assume this is real.
This might be real. I mean... You know,
worth 4.7. They could be friends. Just chatting.
Just as real as the wings that Red Bull gives you. Shout
exactly.
Out
Shout out Red Bull.
Sponsored this event. Plenty of them by there. You see the fridge already. Oh, this is real. All right, we just saw it. And nice little close up there from Lotus then.
Yeah, back half, and now Emblem's going to go ahead and start this off. Emblem, on stream, he gets that passive buff.
Yep,
you know about him. Good stuff so far. Gets the knockdown. Setting up the snap, but throws beforehand. Really, really good mix, and now you got to be locked down, and you got to hold a bunch of pressure.
And he's got the crowd pleaser Vorpal trait, man. Like, the moment that he is on this stage, he's a man possessed, is able to just come out here and close things out. Like, look at that. Oh, if you got that conversion, I would have popped off so hard.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, like I saw you he tried to go for the dash thrust. Like, I mean, I know you saw because he got the 6-2-3.
Yeah.
Tried to go for the dash thrust. Isn't quite able to get it. And now Lotus is trying to go ahead and make use of the snowbally nature of Gordo to try and close it out in what would be an incredible comeback here.
That's
triple overhead.
Snack.
Ooh, the reset. This is looking even more possible with each hit here.
Yeah.
Is Lotus going to be able to close this one out?
Oh, knockdown, chain shifts to cash out. Wow, you mean infinite worth?
This is death.
No,
look at it.
You got to live
nope.
with Oh, my God. You died. Yeah.
The minimum scaling changes make it so that is ever more potent, and Lotus is going to take that game to the vengeance here.
Dude, Emblem unfortunately wasn't able to close it out. Was in such a good position in that second game. But hey, that is what it is. You got to hold that. And now you're going into game 2. You've got to win 2 more straight to win this one. Lotus just got to cash out for 1 more, and already he's doing pretty good, getting a lot of good hits. Oh, snags him.
Ace him out of the shield, and now Emblem is sitting here, has to block Gordo pressure with no semblance of shield. Finally gets it back now, and you got to be real careful with it.
Oh, good knockdown. Gets the overhead, and we're going into a good pressure sequence. Runs up.
Ooh, throw him
off, but goes for the command grab. Bold. Oh. Pressure, resetting, just using those long-range buttons, make it hard for Emblem.
Ooh, wow. The gold throw, that's push-ups, Emblem. Gets another ace him, and follows the rules of thirds to perfection, but isn't able to close it out there.
Yeah,
gets the 2B and is able to close it out there with a nice low confirm, and now we are looking at a set point here for Lotus.
Dude, the sun must be rising. That Vorpal trade on the stream is not working out very well, but Emblem still has a lot of time to come back. He's going to have to win these next 2 rounds in a row to have a chance. It's a tough ask, especially against a player like Lotus. Goes ahead, nets knockdown, but gets clipped on the back half.
Oh, man. Oh, that drop could be huge for Emblem, though. When you're dropping like that, you got to be so careful of things like that VO.
Oh, wow, catches him.
I like that, though. Really good whip punish.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to do so much damage. Look at that. 3.5K off the dome. Oh! We already know this punch is going to be huge. Gets the increase. 6C.
Yeah, back dash the DP.
Oh, the reset! But drops the combo. This could be huge here for Emblem.
This is
Emblem's
pixel, one chance.
A pixel on the tournament life here.
And Lotus not going to buy
it. Catches him. No! But drops the combo. Oh, God.
Infinite worth. Come on. You need to get a hit. You need to cash out. Backdash trying to bait him.
Oh! They thought they were going to have the chance. I saw the vision, but Lotus is going to be able to close it out, move on to loser semis. Great performance out here from Emblem. Wasn't quite able to pick that one up, but honestly, it's like a very good performance to be proud of. I'd be proud of that one for sure.
Entertaining matches and had a great stream run. I mean, literally, won multiple matches on stream. Good stuff. Fortunately, wasn't able to close it out. I like the vision at the end there. Try to use the snap, the orb to set up, but Gordo was still within range to clip you with a button, and it just barely didn't work out. And that's the, when you're stressful, when you're on that low pixel, you drop combos, you miss stuff, you're stressing. He had that low, could have killed off of it, but boy, this game is easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you have to be so mindful of so many different things at once. And, if you're missing out on just one of them and your opponent isn't, they're able to capitalize on that and definitely take you for a ride.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Congratulations to Emblem for the placement, but we are going to see Lotus here on the – it's like we're going to see him getting out, I believe.
Yeah,
that one was the qualifier. Perfect. We got word here from Star GG. Always going to shout out to that. Going to get on the loser side is Lotus. Barely not able to make it out, but we are going to see. We have some winner side matches to get through now.
Yeah, exactly.
Got winners finals of the pool.
We got Big Black versus Gray Faden, the one
Yes,
I'm excited for personally. I've got a little bias going into that one.
Go
But we
ahead.
also got Burn
Your boy
Castle
needs it.
versus Davy 17 too.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got that Masoma matchup, and both of these are going to be good, right?
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot of stuff, and we got one more losers matchup. Not sure if that one's going to be on stream, but Poop and Volume currently playing winner. That's going to have to play Isaac J for their chance to get out of the bracket. So we got a lot of heat lined up for you. The burners are on, baby. We're ready to cook.
We might see. Yeah, it's like we might see that later on, but we are gonna head on over to a quick ad break. Be sure to check out the amazing sponsors, the ones who are making all of this possible. Go grab a snack, go grab some water. We will catch you guys later.
It'll be nice.
Seimetsu's latest and greatest screw-in buttons, speedy inputs, hot swappable MX switches, and a variety of hues to complement your latest controller build. These products are available online and at the pop-up store at TXS24. Don't forget to use the TXS 2024 discount code to save big at checkout. The go-to spot for the best arcade stick parts for your latest build. The custom TXS 24 arcade sticks were made by Arcade Shock. Very limited quantity. All done with Formation, Arcade Shock Stick Customizer, on their website. Make sure to take advantage of their discount code this weekend using code TXS2024 and bank in on some huge savings over at their pop-up store located just outside the main ballroom. Take control with the Hitbox and the Cross-Up from Hitbox Arcade, the leader of innovative arcade controllers. Select your option at hitboxarcade.com/TXS24. Come check out the Mission Control of Post Oak Fight Club, home to the wonderful partnership between Texas Showdown and Post Oak Ice House, and bringing another local for FGC enthusiasts to gather weekly. We're pleased to have Post Oak Ice House as our local sponsor for 2024 and being the host for this year's official TXS Welcome Party. Located just 8 minutes away from the Royal Sonesta, be sure to check them out this weekend. Don't miss out on this year's run of limited edition merchandise commemorating the 2024 event. We've delved further into space and are proud to unveil the apparel lineup. Quantities are limited, so don't go 0-2 on repping the premier Texas tournament this year. Visit us just outside the main ballroom in the pre-function area, across from the Arcade Shock booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, everybody across the world, welcome back to more Texas Showdown Uni 2. And, of course, we're here to close out the bracket. We're here to send you off before we move into more Uni a little bit later on. But we got a couple of awesome matches before. Of course, I am Tournament Locator's very own Cicada, joined by a legend from the Bay Area himself, Avian. How you doing, brother?
I am doing outstanding. I hope that you went out, got your snacks, got your water. You already know we're hydrated over here in the booth because we're going to need it for the crazy matches we got going on here. Going to get things kicked off. DFW legend Gray Faden is going to be fighting. Going to be going toe-to-toe. Fighting is not even the word to describe it against Big Black.
Absolutely. Big Black, really, really solid. We've only seen him on stream for one match so far, and he looked like he had ice in his veins on that Byakuya. We got a lot of powerful set play and a lot of powerful plus frame pressure. Let's see if Gray can get anything set up, but otherwise, Big Black, if he can get that knockdown, it's going to be really, really hard. So it's a big question about who wins his first neutral interaction. So far, both of them being super patient, not overcommitting, but Big Black gets the first hit.
Yep, the first hit means so much in a matchup like this. When you're playing Uni at a high level like this, it ends up becoming a game of inches because look at the things that you're able to pull off just from getting that one hit. This sequence is going to lead into a ton here. Go into the Rekkas, go into the command grab, and oh, he messes up the web setup now, and it's looking like Gray Faden was going to get a chance to play.
Yeah, unfortunately got clipped. You know, one of Byakuya's big strengths.
Oh, no!
Oh, chain shift, going to take back your turn.
Oh my goodness. As I said, I think that we got a bit of a knock on wood there. Said that Big Black had missed a lot of drops there. You know, it's like I feel like we see him drop a lot. Weren't able to see that a lot there. But, you know, we're seeing it a lot now, so he's got to clean this up, especially against a player with the caliber of Gray Faden.
Yeah, and remember, both of these players are going to get out of...
Oh, no. Didn't believe in the confirm and able to DP. That is Big Black.
Absolutely. And remember, both of these players, they're getting out of this pool, but the winner stays on winner side and the loser goes to loser side, which is a huge difference in your bracket path, and it makes it that much harder if you want to try and breach into top 8 for this event. So this is an important matchup, and it's really going to help set the tone of the rest of the run so far. Big Black looking really, really solid on this one, and tons of grid cycle bar, by the way. Look at all that grid meter he's got building up. When he chain shifts, he's going to cash out for dang near a full bar.
Yeah, it's like the cash out is going to be crazy, but also, oh no, look at it there. Now we have the IW on deck. Byakuya should be able to combo into this pretty easily, but wants to go into some sort of mix. A good DP here and a great conversion here for Gray Faden.
Yeah, really good chain shift DP, but techs the throw. Good stuff by Big Black. Gets the grid break. Not going to confirm out of it, though. Gray Faden can do a lot here, but has to find that first hit. Chain shift invincible. That's going to work, baby.
Yeah, Mike, the chain shift into the DP is what not only closed out for the first round, but also the second one as well. Needs to be a little bit more diligent with baiting out those invincible options, which is something that you don't normally see from Byakuya all that often, since all that meter is going towards putting you in the web setups. But if Big Black is going to let it rip, you got to have responses to it if you want to win this set.
Absolutely, and now we're just going to re-stagger pressure and keep up the pressure. Good stuff by Big Black. Not going to overcommit. Byakuya is going to outrange Wagner in a lot of situations. Wagner has to make commitments to get in, and so he can just play a very patient game like that. Good challenge and gets the hit. Going to push you right back into the corner, and you are in a bad situation yet again.
All right, let's see what's going down here. Goes for a little invalid combo. Maybe tried to go for the slide once again. Good tech on the Gray. Oh no, the gold rings all coming out, but the pressure is still immense here. Gray Faden getting a little bit intimidated and gets caught low. Now we're going to see another setup here from Big Black.
Yeah, good stuff. Stagger. Put you back down into the dirt, and we're going to set up webs, making life hard for you.
Yeah, it's like this is such a scary spot. You got to try to figure out a way out. Tried to call out some sort of tech there, and really good usage of your normal to try to close those out.
Good throw.
Oh, no. And now we're looking at set point here for Masoma. I mean, I'm sorry, Big Black. Oops.
Yeah.
I'm already moving on to the next match.
A little bit of a slip. But Gray Faden still has a lot of gas left in the tank. If he can get a conversion and he can get his pressure started, he'll be in a really good situation. One thing Big Black has been so good about is those option select to avoid throws.
No.
Wow.
That was the opportunity there for the assault, but barely finds his way over. Big Black's defense has just been incredible right now.
Yeah,
look at that.
Tech every single throw.
Oh, finally gets one. Once you get that first one, once you get that
out.
second one, then you can get your pressure started, capitalizing on the minus frames of that roll. Are we going to see Gray Faden trying to close out around here, or are we going to see more domination from Big Black? good Abare 5A, and now we're going to get something started here for Big Black as they try to make a comeback in this round.
Yeah, Gray Phaeton was trying to respect the potential option for a DP or some sort of invincible wake-up, and Big Black just not going to bite on it, just going to play patient, super smart. Catches, wow, infinite work!
My God. Really good awareness there from Great Phaeton, able to IW through the setup that Big Black wanted to present, and now keeping themselves alive in this winner's finals, trying to fight for their way to get out on the winner's side.
Brother is locking in right now, going low, 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 high, but Big Black has been so patient on defense. He is not overcommitted and just lost that round because he just snagged on a couple of throws. So Great Phaeton, is up to him to find a conversion. Look at that, full meter on Grid. Get it all back. We're back in the Infinite Worth range, so one combo can do a lot of damage for Great. Great trying not to overcommit, but Big Black is so patient. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the thing is, when you've been playing Uni for this long, and especially top-level Uni for this long, you played against the Wagner, right?
Yeah.
You played against your Red Blaze and played against your Marios and all of these players who are just so incredible at this matchup. So you got to bring something new to the table if you want to be the one to stop a player of this caliber.
Absolutely, and we got double web set up. We're in a bad situation here. We're going to use those shields to parry off with the overhead.
No!
God, good damage. This shouldn't be able to kill here. Oh, builds up the meter. Yeah, not going to do it. Rebs. Oh, but it has the chain shift. No. Text out. Gray Phaeton in a decent situation. Still has a chance here. If he can get a conversion, it'll do a lot of work here. But that's a hard ask. Big Black just going to stay in the safety of his little nets.
I like that. Honestly, just stay on the defense. If there's no reason for you to go in right now, what option? Why would Big Black go in if he has a life lead of this size? And what a tech! That wasn't even represented, I feel like, in the last bit.
Got the clip, but not able to kill. Chain shift to get away. Doesn't want to be stuck in a weird situation here. Back up, and we got webs again. Tries to shield through.
I love that. Utilizing the buff, but a mash by Big Black is going to make it 2-0. And Big Black is going to punch his ticket not only out of pools, but out of pools on the winner's side. Really good fight coming out here from Gray Fader, but
yeah,
you know what? At the end of the day, you're out of pools. You know what I'm saying? You still get to live to fight another day, and we are going to see both of these incredible players in day 2.
Obviously, I'm a little bit bummed about that. You know, Gray Phaeton, DFW guy, but Big Black just dominating, and you notice that the pattern of that game was Gray Phaeton literally could not crack Big Black's defense, right? The one round he won, it was because he just went for a throw over and over again, and it just, you know, Big Black chose wrong. But when it came to not pressing, Big Black stayed safe. I'm not going to press buttons. I'm not going to overcommit. It's up to you to approach me and to make your offense matter, right? My set play is good enough that it's just going to get through you. You have to do something as Wagner. And Gray Phaeton just wasn't really able to get anything going, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I mean, I feel like if you've been playing Uni for as long as Big Black has, you've run into not only your typical Wagner, but you've run into some of the best people to ever pilot that character.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of those defensive options you're really sure of. A lot of the places where you can mash, a lot of places where you're expecting to take a throw.
Absolutely.
Like, all of those are always going to be down pat. So you got to mix some things up just a little bit better than some of those top caliber players if you want to get something started.
Absolutely. And it's hard. You know, it's a big ask in a game like this. But, you know, Big Black just locked in, kept it steady. And we've got still Burn Castle versus Delvey. We've got that winner side. And I'm not sure this is going to end up being a street, but we've got Isaac J versus Poob on the loser side. So I bet we're going to find out here pretty shortly and try to get that matchup together. So I'm looking forward to it whenever it comes up. But should be good stuff. And then I really like, you know, Burn Castle Masoma versus Delvey should be good. Akatsuki versus Kuwan. Definitely the initiative is going to be on Kotsky there. Kuwan doesn't have to really respect him at a lot of ranges.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like I said, Kamane has given every character the tools to deal with every single character. Is it going to be fun? Probably not. But can you win? Yes. So I am curious to see the options that Delvey is going to bring to the table as they try to close out yet what looks like another incredibly high mountain to climb when it comes to the zoning and the overall pressure that Masoma is going to present.
Absolutely, and it'll be a fun, enjoyable matchup no matter what. I'm very curious to see how they work it out. Kotsky versus Yuan to see. Remember, both these players at this point, they're going to get out of this pool. It's just a question of who's getting out on the winner side and who's going to get out on the loser side. Definitely the favorite's going to be Masoma, but Delvey has a chance to change fate and to make it count. We are in the night, and we are ready to get it started. Delvey versus Masoma. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like we haven't seen Delvey all that much, but that's just because they haven't gotten their screen time on the stage yet. They're able to take a really convincing winner semis to get here into the losers finals. So counting them out would be a pretty stupid idea on any of our parts when it comes to either production or when it comes to the people in the chat. So.
Absolutely, but so far Burncastle, aka Masoma, is doing a good job of keeping Delvey from really getting anything started. In the corner against Kwan, it can be really, really rough, and he can cover so many different aspects of the screen. Gets the wheel,
the
ambiguous.
Low. Doesn't believe in it, but believes in the follow-up afterwards. A perfect here from Burncastle as they try to just continue their incredibly dominant run here at this pool.
Ooh, that short hop axe kick drop, you heal on his head. Wow, he flash kicks out immediately for Burncastle. Masoma has been very liberal with those flash kicks, right?
I was going to say, I feel like we haven't seen a lot of flash kicks here from Burncastle. Like, if you want to get a way to just do a ton of damage to Masoma, you got to make sure that, you got to make sure to not get green shield grab first of all. But after that, you need to make sure to find a way to bait out these flash kicks and then kill him for it.
Absolutely, and one of the scary things is that Kuwan in flight, he can do that Heavenly Law, that little lightning bolt you're seeing in the sky, and it just locks you down and allows him to set up ambiguous high-low yet again. It is a hard character to deal with, and as a result, we have Burncastle going up 1-0 in the set. You know, Delvey really wants to try and get out on this winner side, but he's going to have to find a way to just get past his zoning and make his hits count.
Ooh, yeah, it's like, I mean, even the moment that Delvey tries to commit to another option, now we're caught in this nice little strike throw here. This nice little strike throw game has to be speechless here, and now goes into the conversion with the axe kick, goes high, and this could be huge damage here for Burncastle. Not quite going to be able to kill, but going to get damn close to it.
Absolutely, and you're going to reset to the same situation. Wheel, blocks it.
Block on the low.
Doesn't.
Oh no, I'm telling you, whenever you have normals that go and cancel their landing lag like that, it always gets so scary to try and tap shield that because you're able to not only react, but react with the throw and get that grid break.
Absolutely, and currently blocking, going to have to hold the lightning beams. We got the tornadoes on him. We got Wizard of Oz. I mean, we got everything flying at you right now.
I thought tornado season was in a couple months, man. Like, I don't know what this is doing out here right now. Gets the flash kick though. Burncastle looks to be in complete control of this. Had a chance to whip punish, but the flash kick is going to make the job all the more harder. Going to get sent back all the way back to level 1 here in Delvey.
Absolutely, and Delvey has to make this count. I mean, you're not going to be killed off of this interaction. Oh, actually, no, builds enough meter. No.
Oh, that's death. Ooh, yeah.
One thing I saw Delvey use at the end there that I actually want to call out because it was a good option was the roll as a way to get out of some of the zoning pressure. Unfortunately, it was just too little too late, and Burncastle Masoma going to go ahead and take that with a very convincing 2-0.
Why are they back on the setup?
Just disconnecting
Oh,
from
okay. No, they're playing. Hey!
Whoa.
Hey, production. Hey, we got it. Oh, okay.
Hey, Masoma, he wants to make this a 3-0.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? You know what? We're suddenly playing this one out. I mean, I guess. You know what? Why not?
Yeah, third finals, baby.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. Honestly, we run it back again.
Delvey said, no, I got these. I'm taking these.
Now, will Delvey lose a 3-0 in the first of 2? Or will he be able to close out at least one game, get a salty run back, a little consolation prize? Put that he took a game against Masoma on his Twitter, but it's looking like Masoma is he's going too ham right now. Oh my goodness, this is not gonna quite be able to kill. I like the forward tech, but the throw.
Production, get out there. Don't let it happen to him, Phil.
Don't
let him lose the 3-0 in a first to 2.
Throw the damn towel. Please.
Where's the coach, man? He's looking the other direction.
Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Ref, stop this! Stop. What's happening?
Dude, the tornado takes the throw, though. Delvey's going to try and go in. If he wins, imagine he makes the run back, the 3-2. We got to tell him, though, you lost the set.
That would be so bad if he finds a way to get the reverse sweep. And all of a sudden we got production tap him on the shoulder and is like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know how to tell you this, but none of those 3 games counted.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right. Oh, this is supposed to be. So we actually got an issue on the other side then, because we got the 2-0, and this is supposed to be a 3-0 then, apparently.
Interesting. Good pressure. Goes for the Tatsu then. So Delvey might actually have a chance.
Yeah, Delvey could realistically, getting things started with that round, bring things back, and run it all the way back, which would be an incredible comeback against a player like Masoma.
Gotcha. So that's an interesting thing I didn't realize. So these finals for these pools are going to be best of 5.
Wait, but we didn't see that on the last one, though. I feel like on the last one it was for sure only a 2-0.
Yeah, they're playing the rest off.
Oh, okay.
And then this one, we got the full thing going. Masoma now going to go ahead and take this round and looking in a very comfortable position to go ahead and close it out and sign us off for the matchup. Float. Oh, the overhead.
No.
Oh, good pressure.
Yep, this should kill here. Honestly, just go. Oh no, he wanted to get fancy with it, but the throw is going to close it out. And not only going to close out our block, but going to close out the winner's run here for Delvey, as Masoma is going to go on and continue their winners just torment. I don't know what else to describe it but torment. These guys have been able to perform so well going into this.
Absolutely. No, Masoma's he's been on it. I mean, there's nothing you can say about it. Every match he's won 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 3-0. Everything we've seen, he is really, really committed and really, really a strong player. Definitely a favorite to win this tournament, and I'm excited to see what's going on. But what I can say for sure is this will be the last of us for right now on this block. It has been an absolute pleasure, Avian, to be here with you, my man. It's been a genuine pleasure to watch all this uni and see all this talent playing. But, hey, you're going to have more uni, so stay tuned. But for us, I think this will be all. You got anything to say?
Nah, I mean, you see the Twitters down here. Yeah. Follow both of us. I know he's funny as hell, so be sure to get on that. I'm down here at Avian FGC. We got at Takeda Prince over here. But this is us. This is it for us for now. I know that you're going to come back, and I know I'm back for the long haul. So, got plenty more from us later on. But for this block, this is Avian and Takeda signing out. Be sure to stick around for even more uni action.
Amen.
Quanba's latest iteration improving a very short travel distance for a push button. KS is short for Snap In, Short Throw. These products are available online and at the pop-up store at TXS24. Don't forget to use the TXS2024 discount code to save big at checkout. Enter Arcade Shock's all-in-one customization service. We're proud to have our beautiful TXS 2024 Hori Fighting Stick Alpha arcade stick customized completely via this service. Enhance your next controller build with the customized stick top artwork, push button artwork, underprint artwork, and even side panel prints. Don't forget to use the TXS 2024 discount code to save big at checkout. If you're a fan of scaled statue, model kit, and anime figures, Big Bad Toy Store has it all. The pile of loot gives you the ultimate flexibility when shipping your items. Now, any shipment you release will ship for $4. No minimum, no maximum. Be sure to check out their latest offerings often. You might find your latest addition to the collection up for order. All games in the TXS24 lineup have Matcherino support. 100% of the money raised on Matcherino goes straight to the winners. We don't keep any of that. Make use out of the free coupon codes as well and support your favorite scene this weekend. You've seen them, you love them. Spiff is back this year vending at Texas Showdown 2024. We're blessed to have them as a local vendor. Be sure to use code TXS24 and save 10% off in your cart at checkout. Come check out their newest apparel drops for 2024 at their on-site booth in the pre-function area just outside the main ballroom. No stranger to the local FGC crowd with a shared passion for retro and current fighting games, Luis is locked in on becoming the go-to FGC lawyer for local Houstonians. Houston FGC, if you find yourself in a 9-1 legal matchup not in your favor, hit them up. Remember, local gamers, if you need the appropriate litigation services, be sure to reach out and set things up accordingly.
for Under Night 2 at Texas Showdown 24. My name is Sammy. With me is Mr. J, and we're going to bring you guys the action. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm so happy to be here because Texas has always been such a big part of the uni scene. There's so many good players out from this state, so I'm happy to be here, happy to call the action. Mr. J, how you doing?
Honestly, I'm doing great right now. It's been so far. The Texas Showdown has just started, and it's already been so much fun. Like the vendors and the players are all really excited, super zealous to play uni and to play all sorts of games. But you're here for uni too, and honestly, the game has been a lot of fun. Like, you know, 3 new characters. You have the assortment of changes to the characters that have, like, you know, come and gone. And honestly, you couldn't really ask for much more at this point.
Yeah, I honestly, like, for what we've been going through, seeing the developments of the game as we're going along with the little changes that we've gotten from the previous version, I can't be happier. And honestly, like, I feel like it's one of those games that's going to develop more as we're going to go along. As we're getting to EVO, it's going to just get a little bit more and more interesting. How people develop, how they use specific new mechanics, even just like having more meter. It's added a lot of player expression, I think, that wasn't available in the previous game. A lot of people were kind of playing the way that they thought was the best version of how to play the game. Now it's a lot like, okay, now we're playing the way that we want to play the game. And it's super cool. And I'm expecting to see a lot of that today. Every time I'm going to a tournament, I know it's like, we're technically only like 4 months in. But like, every time I've been at a tournament, that's the thing I've been looking for. How are people exploring the mechanics of the game? How do they envision the way that they're supposed to be playing it, and how we're going to be moving on through this bracket? It's going to be a good one. I think that when we get it said and done, you're just going to see some great Uni action.
Absolutely. And again, it's just, you know, we're still exploring the game. Like, Uni 2 literally came around the same week that Tekken 8 came out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so like the game's pretty fresh. And so we're still figuring out where we want to go with this game. Like, you know, people have already, you know, made their lines across the sand, decided who they want to play and how they want to do it. But the games have been very exciting. Obviously, like, with everything that's going on, you just really get a sense or an idea that eventually things are kind of wild already. I expect them to get, like, percolate. And the games themselves, like, they kind of tell their story on their own. Sometimes we don't even need to talk about it because, like, you're just seeing it. Sometimes it's just a mopping. And other times it's just like, man, low shield really getting punished. And that's it. And then it just goes like that. So thank you guys so much for joining us for some more pools for Uni 2. And I think we're going to get this next match underway pretty soon, right?
Yeah, pretty soon. What is the thing you're looking forward to? Like, when you watch these games, what are you looking at?
Honestly, I like to see how people react on defense, like how shield is implemented. Because, you know, holding down back is like a common trend in most 2D fighters, but the shield mechanic just gives us an entire unique idea. And we are going to start with jagging off and Dro?
Dr. O, we'll call it Dro for now, yeah. But Jack versus Dro, going in with the phone on. You expect Jack to go quite far in this tournament. One of the best players in the United States, still rocking the phone on ever since the character came out, and pretty much the hallmark player for this character in the United States.
Yeah, jagging off, kind of looking like the lion tamer here. Dro's kind of just flopping right now, not getting a chance to play the game. Just wondering, like, hey, you do realize I bought a stick, right? Like, I can push buttons too. Let me.
I love choosing to use the IW there. You don't want to spend the 200 meter, but the fact that it's one, Akatsuki, and two, he did have Warpole, it's a good decision to just get the round and move on to the next one. Great conversion, though, here from the air.
Absolutely, and you saw that Dro got really aggressive, wanted to absolutely play. Went Deep Peach, used a fireball, and but it's going to get punished. Phonon having such a great placement for their normals and just being able to basically not let Dro play safely from a certain distance.
Yeah, jump back to make sure we catch the tech. Using the CS to try to keep your pressure up. Dro's going to win this cycle. So an opportunity, but not before getting hit by the overhead. And with 200, not even going to need it. That's going to be a quick first game for Jack.
Man, like, what kind of advice do you even give at that point? It's like, hey, stop getting hit. Like obviously, duh. But like, wow, he just tried to jump assault. Doesn't get anything else off of it. Trying to establish the fireball game, but Jacking just doing a great job of dictating pace. Oh my god.
I was like, all right, jump to C is a good idea there, but then after the counter hit, actually had Jack have more plus frames than his opponent, so was able to get some Oki there.
Ah,
nice
what
shield.
a shield. Yeah, that's going to be a punish, and that is going to be really bad. Chain shifting, yeah, going to kill here, going to spend the... Yeah.
It's going to be close. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind, we're all done. I'm still like, the IW scaling, like, I need to get it in my head or something, because it's always like, it always is a little bit more than I expect.
Oh, what a challenge with the startup of 2A, but not finishing their food. Getting another conversion, though, the American reset. spending some of this meter into the grab. What's the follow-up?
Rolls out of the corner, takes positioning, gets the hit as well, has cycle. So you're going to see Jack going to try to win the cycle again. Gets hit by the frame trap.
Clipping their feet. Akatsuki's shoes are mad scuffed right now. Like, the lows have been giving Jagging so much to go off of.
Yeah, a lot of blocks on the side. Yeah, Jack, I like that Jack recognized he wasn't going to win cycle with all of those grid blocks. So just CS, get the meter there. Going to give up the cycle. This is Dro's chance, though. Ooh, gets a jump C.
Spend it. Yep, spends the chain. But again, these throws aren't working out. All the gold techs have been successful for jacking off, but this is Dro's chance for a round.
Yeah, might have been able to extend that combo there. Maybe for a kill. It would have been tight.
Oh,
but get sniped.
Chopping.
Gonna pick it up.
Wow.
Yeah, great conversion there. Knew exactly what he needed to do, and that's going to be Jack taking it 2-0 over Dro. It can be quite tough. I think one of the things that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the matchup is that there isn't a lot of phone-on players is the problem. Like, the character is super duper good in the right hands, but the problem is that nobody plays it as well as Jack does. Like, he is the best phone-on player, and the character's kind of underrepresented. So it's kind of a two-pronged thing. Like, you're one, like, playing against somebody who is that good with the character, and then two, you're going to play some matchup you probably don't have that much knowledge on, like, at least not at that level. So it's going to be kind of tough playing against him, especially if you haven't played him personally.
Yeah, definitely one of those things where, like, you know, some of the hybrids in this game are, like, kind of similar. Like, when you think phone-on, you also think, like, use Ariha, and you think, like, maybe, like, even Merkava, like, characters that have a lot of range and, like, make things difficult. But, like, especially for phone-on, the low conversions and just having a fireball that's so fast is so obnoxious. Like, they don't even have to even really do damage. You're just so intent on jump assaulting them is almost impossible, because you can only really effectively do it when you're at, like, a certain angle where, like, you're crouching your 2 Cs, or, like, your Cs are at range, and, like, you're not close enough for that, and you're just going to get bopped and sent right back where you started.
Yeah, one of the more unique things about playing against phone-on is the character actually has, like, almost a full screen low. So usually in Uni, there's, like, ranges where you can start walking back away from them. You don't have to down back anymore. For phone-on, it's a little bit more difficult than that. But, you know, that's one of those things I was talking about. Like, if you don't play against the character enough, because she's kind of underrepresented, then you're not actually going to know these sorts of things, or at least not have them burnt into your muscle memory, as opposed to, like, some of the other characters you might play a little bit more often. But that's good stuff. Jack going to move on. Probably issuing for top 8. Honestly, if you don't see him at top 8, something horribly has gone awry. He's just that good of a player. That's a top 8 placer at, like, any tournament in the United States, to be honest, not just Texas Showdown. But it's good in Texas because this scene has always had really, really strong players for Uni. So to see him show up, we saw Burn Castle here not too long ago on the stream, I believe, right before this, right before the commercial break. Actually, we had him up on stream, and that's another player that we'll be probably seeing quite a bit. Probably something you'll expect to see at EVO doing pretty well as well. One of that quality of players as we get into this next one here.
Most definitely. And of course, guys, gals, check the Red Bull. Just stay hydrated. Really big on, you know, maintaining hydration levels, because there's a lot of people here, and, like, it's not nearly as cold as I thought it was going to be. But
it's a good temperature.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
It's solid. And so again, like, please come out to the majors, come out to the locals, support your scenes for any game you're interested in. But we're getting right into this. Aurier and Merkava. Merkava, you know, is such a funny character. People are kind of split on where they think this character kind of is in terms of, like, how to engage. But, and immediately, seeing the strength immediately, you talk about range, Merkava has, there's nothing to shy about on this character.
Yeah, Aurier really likes to play against characters that she gets to outrange with her big sword normals, but characters like Merkava actually get to play outside of that range as well. So it's going to be all about how Palpapesta wants to get in on the Aurier rather than sort of playing that outside space and finding their way in. Because, yeah, if given the opportunity, Merkava will be the person to keep her out. Great reactions with the CS into the super.
Yeah, and Pesto, like, obviously with Thanatos, is so obnoxious to deal with. Like, every character has to respect it. And, like, you're kind of stuck there guessing between the low-high mix-up. And Aurier, I just feel, is just a really good jack-of-all-trades character. But here we go, setting up some of the slug people, but not getting anything else off of it, and is going to lose their turn.
Yeah, thing I was talking about before, right? There's ranges in which you cannot start walking back from. That is the range for Aurier, using that 5A perfectly to catch Nanda Bread, moving backwards. But in the corner, yeah, breaks out with the EX drill.
Oh, tried to call out an air move, but not going to find anything. Starting to play a little more patiently. Going to get the air grab and get into the conversion.
Yeah, wasn't able to get much more after that, but nice shield from Pesto. Going to win them the cycle for sure. Gets a lot of blocks. Has that 200 on deck. Tried to snipe with the X thrust. Didn't work out. Sitting back in neutral.
Oh, wow. Just ran up the audacity to not even hold, not even dash block. Yeah, I got to admit, I give Brett a lot of credit for that.
I think Brett always had that. Yeah, he's laughing like he always had that in mind. The all the way run up, throw, get tech into EX drill. Like, that was always his plan.
You know, sometimes being the best thing about a player can be just the unpredictability. And you saw the assault, thought the grab was cunning, is going to get punished immediately, going to get stung in the meter and the corner.
Running all the way up, just a classic meaty 5A, nice and simple.
Oh, hold it. Jump did not feel comfortable in that situation. Gets the grab, though.
Nice, gets a punish as well. EX drill, combos, no. Oh, yeah.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah. Time to throw a little bit too early, unfortunately, with not +2 this time, magically. Usually throws are a little bit safe. Whiff throws are usually a little safer than that.
Try to call out an aerial, a grounded move, and throwing fireballs again. Bread not in a rush, going for the dive though. Nothing else, and the slug gonna not be a factor. But here we got another setup chance.
Yeah, oh yeah, dropping these combos really hurts, especially Merkava loves putting down EX Children, running Oki on you with, you know, other things, putting you in block stun. Oh, gets ahead. Doesn't use any meter on this one. Has the 200, so the next hit will kill if they can combo to IW.
Yeah, and definitely something you will learn the hard way. Do not be greedy with your meter. Oh my gosh. Just flail, 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 and flail some more.
Drop the combo at the end, but still has 200 meter. Anything goes.
Again! Oh my
Just regular drill? That was still, you still wanted to do it even with red? Honestly, I got hit too.
Yeah.
Like, because I was like, okay, he just wanted the EX drill on that play. He did regular drill. That's so smart. Anyway, Papa Pesto there, I actually wanted to highlight one other thing. Went for the shield on the EX drill punish. If you don't know, if you shield the very last hit of EX drill, you actually can get a really good punish with it. The problem is that it's very, very, very hard. So actually in this version in Uni 2, everybody in the cast can throw EX drill as a punish. And you don't have to go for that shield that we actually had to go for beforehand in the previous version of the game. And it was really hard to punish EX drill. This time, not so much. So I think, you know, feeling himself a little bit, he was like, I'm up 3 rounds. Let me just, you know, try to go for the sneaky punish.
Yeah, listen, man. Like you have to understand that. Like when I was talking about like having the idea to not be conditioned, Bread walked to the beat of their own drum. Did not care. It's like I will do regular. I will do EX. I will run up full screen. I don't care about what your 2Bs or 2Cs. I'm gonna hit you, and you better tech this. And it's like, that can definitely put a player, even like if you're like, you know, considered better, that can kind of put you on edge, because now it's like, well, if I can't condition you,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to like make sure you just do not play. And fortunately, Aurier gonna come out on top on that. Super fun game though. Like, I think this is like the one thing I really love about this game. Like, there's so many, the combos kind of stay the same, but the way you approach it is really different from player to player. Some people like jump assaults a lot. Full screen hops, and empty hops, jump assault low, just looking for whip punishes. Such a fun game to talk about.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games, I think at the highest level, you really want to start picking apart opponents' defenses in a way, because people have gotten, the game itself is very much built around figuring out what that little like little break in their armor that you're looking for to exploit, right? And basically get the circle of decisions going. That's kind of what you're looking for in Uni, and sometimes it can be quite hard, especially when you're playing against the top level players, the best of the best. A couple of them are here at this tournament, so I'm really expecting like an overall really strong tournament. Looking forward to seeing how far these players go. We're really happy to see the Aurier, actually, another underrepresented character. I actually expected Pesto to run the Carmine all the way through, but maybe just going to go back and forth because Carmine is an incredibly strong character in this version of the game, in my opinion. Kind of excels a lot from a lot of the changes of the game. Mainly, I believe meter was one of the biggest things that they gave him, along with a lot of little buffs to his kits.
Definitely agree. A friend of mine, Junebug, played Carmine, proceeded to show me why this character was so disgusting. I'm like, really? 4K damage constantly, and and it's Oki, and I have to guess right. Like, not very fun to deal with. But Hyde, the protagonist and the antagonist, why not? Like, honestly, either way, this game's gonna explain itself in like a few seconds. Well, except I wasn't expecting that. The close-up button first is gonna come from Hilda.
Yeah. Fern on the screen here versus Discounts. Uno, Fern been showing up really hard. I mean, US has always had a slew of extremely strong Hilda players, and Fern is trying to add themselves to that list.
Oh my gosh, just Discount. Not getting much of one here. This is gonna be it. Yeah, just to the point. So if you're not ready to deal with the ranges that Hilda can just attack you at, then it's gonna be a very short night.
Oh, starts off strong. Yeah, Hyde really wants to get you in the corner. Oof, gonna snipe with the EX super.
Bounce him around. This is Hacky Sack right now. Not gonna finish the combo. Tried the jump assault, but it's gonna get countered in the air.
They are swinging. They are literally just looking for any opportunity to find a clean hit. Fern is able to come off top after that scramble. Use air super as well. Bloom keeping him locked down. 50-50.
No, got cut airborne, but it's gonna use the DP. And again, Hyde has such good tools. Gonna use the super there to keep their turn going. Watch out for the force function from Hyde, using it a lot to steal back their turn. Interesting choice there.
Yeah, I didn't think Fern expected. I don't think either of them expected that they were going to be on that side, especially after the super. Kind of froze both players up. Fern able to take the first one though. Really scrambly from the both of them. Neither of them really want to sit down and block. But nice.
Jump assault, not going to get big damage, but it's something. It's good 2C. Come here.
The problem is that Uno's not getting these knockdowns. The knockdowns for this character are so strong. The reason why this character is so powerful is because once he gets you into the corner, he has a true strike throw mix that is about as deadly for both sides of it. So that's what you want to do. You want to be able to combo off your throw or combo off big hits, plus the chip from his normals make it so scary to just down back the entire time.
Yeah, and here, I mean, the plan for Hilda is very self-explanatory. Put things on the screen and make sure they don't ever move or come close, ever. And Fern doing a really good job. Yeah, see, Uno is trying to look for anything. Decided to take a chance on the meter, not going to be rewarded, and now he has only like one bar to play with and might not even get to use it.
Yeah, I really like that decision from Fern because Hyde's version was basically like, oh, if you do anything on the ground, you get hit by this. And Fern's is, you have to do an extremely hard call out in order to punish me for what I'm doing.
A perfecto from Fern.
Yeah, really showing off. One of the top players in this pool, in this B pool, so you expect them to go a little bit farther than this. Great stuff. Really like seeing Fern moving on up. Like I said before, Hilda is one of those US characters. We've always had really, really strong Hildas in this country. And Fern's like, I mean, I said Fern's trying to add themselves on the list. I think they're already on that list, like along with, you know, a lot of players like Untold Melody, who's been going out to tournaments as well. Extremely strong Hilda player. I'm always really interested with the Hilda players because a lot of them worked very, very hard to make this character where she is now. This was not the character that we had 2 versions ago. It was through the efforts of the US Hilda players putting the character together, optimizing routes, getting more damage out of the kit, and really turning this character into the menace that we see today.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fern, again, just like kept I mean, strategy kept simple. Like, if Uno wasn't going to come in and try to convert, because like something you mentioned, like Fern did get clipped a few times. Uno found hits, but like he had like 5 and didn't convert to any big knockdowns and no Oki setup. So like it was a matter of time because Fern was not about to drop that. And in that situation, like Uno was very keen on moving, and sometimes you just need to relax a little bit. Just stop. It's not like Hilda can like do anything if you don't allow her to. But like, hey, Fern played the pace, got what he wanted, and is moving on. But it is just winner's bracket, y'all. So
yeah, we're just coming along. Starting the pool. It's going to be a long weekend for us. It's going to be a lot of players. These players are also going to be playing amongst themselves during their downtime. I don't know if you know, y'all, but like Uni players crack out on some games. It is a game that values it for sure. Having as many possible interactions built into your muscle memory definitely helps alleviate the amount of brain space you have to play against the opponent. So a lot of that character-specific stuff can be basically put into the back of your mind. The front of the mind can be focused on the more uni things, as I call them, sort of the defensive and the offensive or system mechanics that really make the game shine. Oh,
Gordo
boy.
mirror match?
That boy, Uchiha.
And Edmund he?
Ed Money.
Ed Money. Yeah, I'm going to call him Ed Money.
Money.
I like that. So,
Gordo mirror. So this is actually a really fun mirror. This is a fun mirror because whoever has grid has advantage because Rusty Nail is actually really good versus Gordo. So when you have a better Rusty Nail, then you're better than the opponent is.
Definitely. Very good point there. And immediately, like, it's so funny having to watch Gordos succumb to their own nonsense that they put other players through and immediately going to convert here. This is going to be really big damage. Not going to kill, though. And that slide. I don't know if that was on purpose.
No, but he's going to get the hit here. Yeah. Is that going to be enough with the super? No. Oh. Pixel of health left.
Hold on. Grid, yeah, gonna spend, going to chain shift.
Hey, goes for the overhead that time. In case of emergency, breakout overhead. I will say, one interesting thing about this, in terms of mirrors, Gordo is one of the more played characters in this game. One of the most played characters in this game. Almost every Gordo player knows the mirror, which is pretty unusual. A lot of character players actually don't know how to play against their mirror very well. This one, almost every top-level Gordo player knows what to do in this matchup.
Very good use there of Uchiha getting the side switch. Going to get the chain shift and immediately catches them with an overhead. That's going to be another setup. Has full bars. Going to spend one of the sticks of butter here.
Yeah, surprisingly went for that super there because it gave up cycle. He was still in grid hangover, so I was really interested to see. But I mean, yeah, he got such a life lead out of it. He got a good knockdown because of the super. I can understand why he wanted to do that as well. Obviously made the right decision for himself. Uchiha going to go up 1.
All right, Ed Money looking to cash out on some of that he has in the bank. He's got a chance. Like, he had meter, just didn't get to spend much of it. Money's useless if you don't get to spend it anywhere. And here we go. This is a great start. Going to have the grid, win the grid cycle.
All right, Tech 2C. That's the classic. How it has to deal with the whirlpool. Yeah, disarms Ed Money very well. Just stand in front of them, let them get scared, let them use CS.
Another grid cycle victory for Ed Money, and this you couldn't ask for a better start. The stagger, and that's going to be the first round for Ed Money.
Yeah, just a lot of scrambles because of the drop combos. Uchiha constantly thinking that they have the time to press buttons, but through all of that, basically just took their own life faster. 200 meter on the side of Ed Money though. Has an opportunity to play Oki here and just mash it.
What a challenge.
Because he has 200 meter, the opponent's going to be afraid that Gordo's going to do one of the supers on Wake Up just like that. So actually instead pressed 2A, thought he could take his turn.
Gonna get the slide. The slide will convert into another combo. He's gonna have, yeah, he's gonna get it out to 2 sticks of butter. Gonna use the chain shift.
Soda. Yeah, and still going to get a lot of meter back because they chain shift beforehand. Basically 150 meter IW. You'll take that to the bank as that boy Uchida going to be on set point.
Going to get counter hit there, starting with the 2E, and here we go. Bam, bam, bam. Give me the corner.
Oh, yo, Tech 2B. Oh.
Oh,
no!
what was that? No! Just stand still, please!
Oh, you're a Gordeau player. How are you not ready to just increase 5C at a moment's notice?
I feel so terrible.
I don't. That's your character. You should have known. He's going up and coming back down.
Oh my gosh.
That ain't Kuon. He's gotta play with gravity. That's not my problem.
You know what? That was so kind of Gordeau to just, do himself a favor and get hit by his own move. He's like, oh, I missed? Nah, bro, I got you. I got you.
Right into my loving arms. Yeah, unfortunate, but that's the way that it goes. This is a game where interactions are a really big deal. The best players among us have really thought about how many interactions you have, how quality of the interactions you're going to be getting versus the opponent are. And so when you play against really good players, you really have to think about how many opportunities am I going to get to play offense. So stuff like drop combos and missing the opportunity, not punishing reversals properly or wake up options properly. A lot of those things end up really hurting you at the end there. And, obviously there's a lot of factors here. Even if you know that specifically, maybe you're trying to go for maybe there's a max damage punish combo on that specifically where he starts with dash C and then it's super cool, but he timed it a little bit too early because of nerves or maybe trying to get it perfectly, what have you. There's a billion things that could have happened. But, yeah, it really hurts when you miss that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned missing that because, I think when you get opportunities like that, your brain is not mentally prepared for, this is actually going to happen because you're always told most players are not punching bags. They will not give you C starters or medium starters. But, that was a chance, and you're just like, wait, hold on. You mean I'm actually going to do max damage? And by the time you realize you've already made a decision and it's too late. And so it's every situation is possible. Some are obviously going to happen more often than others. So, you prepare for those. But, when Fool's Gold drops, hey, pick it up. Because they're not going to be able to pick it all up.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I always say, have, one combo in your pocket that's, your combo. You got to, you want one, you want to, Looney Tunes, wring your hands when they whiff something like that where you have, 100 frames. You should just be like, it's time to hit you with something. Yeah, that's... For Akatsuki, that's whenever we see something where we can punish something with 6C, we're just we're shaking in the chair before it happens. We see somebody go in the air on a block DP, you're just like, ugh.
I can finally show off my training mode combo on stream.
Yeah, you should have that ready, especially if you're on stream. I'm telling you, you're only as good. This is invaluable knowledge. You're only as good as your last Twitter clip.
True.
You're only as good as your last Twitter clip.
True. So if you did 65K damage, I'm pretty sure your 65K points good. But ooh, okay. So this is a character I know quite a lot about, Enkidu, my character, and Byakuya as well. I played quite a bit of Byakuya. This match was very simple. Byakuya, set webs. Do not let Enkidu play. Our best option is to block, shield, and use parry. And none of that is happening right now.
Yeah, 200 meter, going to spend the first part of it. Actually doesn't get the super to hit, unfortunately. Gonna give Cohen an opportunity to play the game.
There we go, medium starter. Yeah, gonna get him to the 6C, gonna get into the dive kick.
Yeah, big thing here to worry about is wake up CS. Don't see it just yet.
Oh, yeah, taking their turn back.
Yeah, got a little bit impatient there, unfortunately. Was trying to get him to spend that CS. And fortunately, Eagle Whale actually spent it at the correct time. Held on it for a very long time, and it paid out.
Gonna get caught low. Yeah, Byakuya having access to full screen moves like that, and that can make things very difficult because now Enkidu will, oh, there we go, the parry. Can get a combo off that with chain shift, but watch out. Charge C at some point is gonna come into play.
Yeah, a lot of really good shields here. CS sees him in the air, easy punish with the force function. See how long they want to go for the combo here, especially because they don't have a lot of grid. actually dumping the IW at the end. Going to cash out on the damage.
I definitely agree. Enkidu has a really good time, really solid time of building up meter, and like you don't want to leave anything on the board. Oh, trying to go over the guard thrust, should have gotten punished.
Oh, yeah. So guard thrust isn't something that we're using all that often yet. It's kind of a bet. It's definitely something to think about a little bit more, and I think as we get along.
Oh, what a frame trap with the button and got hit into a counter hit. All right.
Yes, nice. Shield to take your turn, and then getting the punish. Side switch as well.
Oh, not real. Oh, no. It's Enkidus, we don't always have to press buttons.
Has 200 though. Has 200. So I want to see if they can. Yes. All right. They're actually going to go for super mid screen, going for not as good of a setup as you get in the corner, but definitely something. Wants to go for anything with the 200 meter.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen six force function from Cohen. Just throw it out there because Byakuya's love to throw 5B and 5C. Gonna get the parry though.
Oi, Adam jumping on wake up. Great stuff. Eco well able to take it. I'm always interested to see how Byakuya's play. Byakuya definitely has some decision making to do basically on when they want to go for super because they build quite a lot of meter into their combos. But it is definitely, this character really needs their knockdowns. They really need the setup. That's kind of the core of the character. So gets the knockdown here. Do they go for the first 100?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. So there's two schools, right? You either go for it always because you can loop them into one of each other, or you can do it right when you're about like around 80 meter.
Oh, wow. Went for EX parry. Not really common to use that, but sometimes you got to throw the whole kitchen sink at them. Don't leave any stone unturned, but gonna get punished for that dive kick.
Yeah, anti-air with 2-2-C. That's I didn't expect that, honestly, but great option. Gonna do a lot of damage for Byakuya as well.
All right.
Cycle's almost up, so Cohen's probably gonna get it.
Oh, there we go. That move, haven't seen a lot of dash C. There we go.
Plus frames to the CS. Gonna get 100 here. Oh, tried for it. Tried for it, cheeky. Oh, gets a dive kick though.
Nice. This should... No.
No, drops the under.
Oh,
no!
doesn't matter. Doesn't get the ball punished though.
Yeah, and actually just mashing EX Rekka's. Yeah, he knows. He knows. He's like, yeah, he was mashing that. He was mashing that.
I actually timed it.
Nope, you were mashing that. Veil off, panic veil off, went off to the side, and then you churn and butter, trying to get that super out immediately.
Wow.
I understand.
Yo, I'm liking this. This is a lot of swinging. There's no respect here for staggers or shimmies or anything.
Ooh.
Just push buttons.
Yeah, maybe caught up into the moment there with that reversal. Just trying to take your turn back. Yeah, spend 100 here. Maybe you could be able to kill with optimal combo. It depends on if they know it, though.
Oh, good block on the overhead. I did not block that, but that's not going to matter. Eco Whale will take the game.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, so two schools of thought with how you want to spend meter with Byakuya. One of them is that you literally do it as you get it because you get a lot of meter in this game. In this version of the game, you get a little bit more meter than you do in Claire. And one of the things that people played with Claire, and they kind of took this from Clear Lamp, was that you only do that net super once you have 120 meter. I think the meter is a little bit less, if I recall, from Byakuya players. I think it's like closer to 80 or 90 now than it used to be. But the idea being that once you have it stocked, that you can go for them one after another. You don't have to worry about not building enough meter for your another next super afterwards. And that way you can kind of just constantly loop pressure in the corner. So we saw there from Byakuya actually just going for it as soon as they got the 100 meter. I understand. I think both decisions are quite interesting. It's Byakuya players, I think, are in a very unique position where they actually have different reasons to use their meter now, because 2-2-C is pretty good. And I want to see how that develops. Hope we get to see more Byakuya players as we go along. But we appreciate you guys joining us for Texas Showdown 2024. We have more uni action for you guys right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Sametsu's latest and greatest screw-in buttons, speedy inputs, hot swappable MX switches, and a variety of hues to complement your latest controller build. These products are available online and at the pop-up store at TXS24. Don't forget to use the TXS 2024 discount code to save big at checkout. The go-to spot for the best arcade stick parts for your latest build. The custom TXS-24 arcade sticks were made by Arcade Shock, very limited quantity, all done with Formation, Arcade Shock Stick Customizer, on their website. Make sure to take advantage of their discount code this weekend using code TXS2024 and bank in on some huge savings over at their pop-up store located just outside the main ballroom. Take control with the Hitbox and the Cross-Up from Hitbox Arcade, the leader of innovative arcade controllers. Select your option at hitboxarcade.com/TXS24. Come check out the Mission Control of Post Oak Fight Club, home to the wonderful partnership between Texas Showdown and Post Oak Ice House and bringing another local for FGC enthusiasts to gather weekly. We're pleased to have Post Oak Ice House as our local sponsor for 2024 and being the host for this year's official TXS Welcome Party. Located just 8 minutes away from the Royal Sonesta, be sure to check them out this weekend. Don't miss out on this year's run of limited edition merchandise commemorating the 2024 event. We've delved further into space and are proud to unveil the apparel lineup. Quantities are limited, so don't go 0-2 on repping the premier Texas tournament this year. Visit us just outside the main ballroom in the pre-function area, across from the Arcade Shock booth.
Welcome back, everybody, to more Under Night 2 here at Texas Showdown. Hope you didn't, stray too far from wherever you're watching from. I'm Mr. J, and I'm, of course, joined by Sammy Fish.
How's it going, everybody? Appreciate you guys for joining us for more Uni 2 action. Let them know you're here. We're here. Twitch.tv/Tourney Locator. There's going to be a good Uni tournament at Texas Showdown 2024 this year, so please have us. Please get your friends in here if they don't know this already come. It's a great weekend for fighting games in general, by the way. It's not just us. There's 2 other huge tournaments going on. Obviously, the big one saying EVO Japan, going to be a huge tournament, not only for other games, but since we're here on Uni, specifically for Uni, super, super big deal. I love watching Japanese Uni because they have such a different take on the game, and there's a lot of things to learn from them. I'm excited to see what they think about the game going 4 months in. As we get into this one, actually a hide mirror of all things.
Let me just say, the person on the right, Bear, playing the yellow, that is a friend of mine. Yeah, he's playing the white version. He is from our local scene up in Dallas. So a very good player in a lot of different games. Didn't know he was really touching Uni like that, but hey, he's right here.
Yeah, first good start there. Good reactions after the CS, getting the BDP, getting away from that dash C. Yes, we already recognize it.
Oh, tried a 2C, but it's going to whip the anti-air, and that's going to be re-punished. 3C, excuse me, y'all.
Oh, all right, huge grid break. Yeah, all right, and then chasing down with the dash C afterwards. Great stuff. Yeah, looks pretty good so far. Saying something for somebody you don't know might be playing.
Nah, Hyde players are sharing the exact same brain cell. They don't have more than one.
Such a good round start to 2A, so you'll see it quite often, even in the mirror. Exactly where Bear wants to be, putting the opponent in the corner. This is where Hyde does the work, and that's one of the reasons. 6B, so active, so long forward, so fast, gives a great combo.
Wow, did not care about the chain shift at all. Said, okay, cool, Blue Sparks ain't gonna scare me, get the cross up, and that's gonna take the round.
Yeah, trade with Dash C is always gonna be in the favor of Dash C because it crumples unless you knock them down and get them away too far for them to get a hit afterwards.
Oh, force function. Oh, yep, gonna immediately disrespect. Oh, great minds think alike.
All right, expected another one there. Said, all right, we're done here. Nice assault forward, jump to C. Yeah, all right, CS. A little bit too high for that combo, very difficult to pick up. But Bear able to take up from the scramble. See what they want to do at the end of it. No, just let him tech. Oh, huge grid break.
Grid break. This is really bad. Oh, but this is really bad for Discount. Looking for anything here. Not going to get the chance, though.
Yeah, it's something that we saw before when they were playing against Fern. Just not willing to stay put, was willing to play in that scramble, but against Hyde, against characters like that, Hyde, Hilda, characters that really do love controlling space in front of them, it could be very difficult. And yeah, block the DP for the first time is going to get a really strong 6B punish, but unfortunately drops the enders.
Okay, setting up shield, and of course Bear's going to win the cycle, using the chain shift to set up more pressure, spending more meter. Oh, the shimmy! What a move there from Bear! This will be...
Oh, one more.
Yeah,
one more.
I thought he had it.
I like the opportunity. If you're going to go in, go all in. And that one is going to be Bear taking it 2-0 over Discount Uno. Yeah, good stuff to see from Uno. That's exactly how you want to play the Hyde character. You want to get him to the corner. Once you get into the corner, Hyde's throw actually becomes a comboable throw that's very unique in the game. Not a lot of characters have the ability to combo off throws because throws are such a big deal in this game. So when you're able to combo off the throw, it changes the way that the RPS works. It can get really, really scary. Plus, this character just does insane damage.
Oh my gosh, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
This actually a few days ago. Just played a 1st to 10, and I think I won 2 games, and then the rest was just like, man, can I do 45K regularly, even without IW? Just like, well, okay, have a stick about it for this nonsense, like, cool. And like, again, Hyde's such a great character to pick up. Like, he has everything you need to succeed as a character.
Yeah, solid fundamentals character. Honestly, like, I was always a Shotos character when I was, like, a Shotos player when I was younger, so I played Hyde in the first version of the game that came out in the US, EL. And the reason why is because of that, actually, because he's just a solid fundamental character, but also super duper duper good in this game. Great backdash, great damage, has a great Vorpal trait as well. Great unique ability in Vorpal trait, I should say. And yeah, and one of the best just like well-rounded kits in the game, and that doesn't exclude damage. That's a big thing. A lot of the times when you get those well-rounded characters, the thing they lose out is damage, because they kind of want to bounce around the fact that they can get a lot of hits in a lot of different ways. This is not one of those characters. This character is completely designed around gets a hit, takes you to the corner, and then blows you up with massive damage.
Absolutely, and we saw that like no one knows Hyde damage better than Hyde players, and unfortunately, Uno's gonna. He went on the receiving end of what his character is capable of. Doesn't always feel good when the rabbit has the gun. So it's like you gotta make a point. You gotta make an adjustment at some point. But hey, listen, like just because your tournament is over doesn't mean your experience has to be over. There's plenty of casuals. There's plenty of people. And like you were saying, people love to play Uni. They will just keep playing and playing until they tell them to like, hey, leave. Like shower. Come on.
No, it's a really important game to get your reps in. I can't stress that enough. And the one good thing about it is that in this version of the game, we have replay takeover. So, like, if you play against people, you get to have the ability to really lab your defense. This is a game where defense is really, really important. You want to have enough knowledge as possible to distill the game back down to Uni and distill it to the matchup and not lose to knowledge checks and stuff like that. That's kind of where the game really evolves. It turns into something super duper beautiful. And that's why I love watching high-level Uni.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of basically summed it up. Like, the game is continuing to evolve and just you know, high-level Uni at a point is like, it's funny because, like, the game, sometimes the combos aren't even, like, the big thing, even though, like, you're seeing your guy get juggled or gal get juggled for, like, 20 seconds at a time, and you're just like, is this going to end at some point? Like, I'm trying to play. Also, loving the get-up.
Oh, the Bridget outfit?
Yes.
Yeah, big fan, big fan.
Yeah, and listen, show out for what you like. Oh my gosh, Mika and Nanase. This I'm gonna be nice. Mika's gonna.
I think she's underplayed for how good she is.
Yeah.
that's my personal opinion. You can say I'm wrong, but I think the character is way better than people think she is. Nanase, I kind of also think, but she gets played a little bit more than Mika does.
Oh, quite a bit. And here we go. Gonna get the start off using that Mika missile to obviously set up where they want to go and charging up some of that grid.
Yeah, that's one of the new changes in Uni 2 for Nanase. The disc and EX disc allow her to go for those mix-ups very safely. So Nanase has a way to force herself in now.
Ah, Mika Twister. Gonna convert that into damage, and this should do it.
Yeah, able to clean it up. First one goes to Skyblaze here.
Taking your time. Oh, gonna get caught low, not even with the cross-up. And good start there for Skyblaze.
Yeah, all right, gets the throw. Didn't cancel it into anything afterwards. So applying that mix-up early on, usually you see the cancel first. But actually doing the no
again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe they're just not ready for it, or they're not getting the buffer in. That's the only thing I could think of.
All right. 2K able to get started here finally.
Time to get.
Nanase Oki's so good.
That is so gross. I got hit by that. I did not block that.
Yeah, she's a really strong character, and once you can't get away from the Fireball Oki, gets very scary.
Okay, something has to be happening. Like I'm pretty sure they're aware they can do something right after. Like, cause that's like the third time we've been punished for that on block.
Oh no, EX goes the wrong way. Nice. Gonna pick up the combo off here. Does have CS as well, or Vorpal, I should say. Yeah, gonna spend 100. Okay.
Oh no, the veil up! Not gonna get punished fully though. Still has a chance.
Yeah, CS.
Never mind.
Great stuff, great stuff. Yeah, and you actually see 2K shaking their head a little bit. I think understood that the first game got away from them a little bit, so didn't feel too proud about that one, but came back afterwards. Loved seeing this character. I think she's really good. I think she's really, really good, and I really like that more people are showing up to them.
Absolutely, and again, appreciate the personality of our players on stage. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Finally going to cancel it. Going to get the grab, and here we go. Converting into damage. What's the mix-up? Gonna get caught again. 2K not doing okay right now.
Yeah, dashing around, take the back of the corner, actually. Yeah, gonna get another big hit here. Has Whirlpool as well, though. In almost 200. Didn't spend anything afterwards, and not even gonna need it. We're gonna go to that next round with 200 meter.
Perfecto from Skyblaze. Definitely could have used that round. Definitely a confidence builder. Not gonna get hit by the Frisbee. Jump assault again. Cross up. Damage.
There you go.
There we
Cancels that for the first time into the command grab. Usually you see that first, which is really unique. Usually you want to do that first.
No, got caught standing. That's gonna suck. Bam, spending it. Take this and spending all the cash.
That can be enough.
Is that a double perfect?
No, not quite. Oh no, we took some
Oh,
chip.
boo.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We do have Vorpal. We do have Vorpal. This isn't over.
Wait. Hold on. Oh, the back dash gonna get caught though by the hitbox.
Well done. Yeah, ties it up 1-1. Great stuff. Almost a double perfect. And,
No one gets a double perfect on me.
and then pulled it out at the last second. Yeah, great stuff. Saw that turnaround from Sky. So we'll see. There are things established in the game from the way that Sky's already been playing. They can play upon it. One of the things that makes Mika pretty scary is that 2 out of 3 is not a lot of time.
No, whiffing, gonna get punished for that. 2K quite aware of what they were. Time for the setup. What grid break? This is a terrible situation for Mika right now.
Yeah, not being able to shield any of the fireballs or get out of the pressure. Not being able to play this grid
Oh, what
war.
an under and cross up immediately. Skyblaze is getting his fire put out right now.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Good defense there, but yeah, gets hit by the dive afterwards. That's a pretty classic one, especially with meter on the side of Nanase. But okay, set point.
All right, converting into damage. Blaze needs to find some kind of momentum here. Has not looked right since the start of the third game.
Again, the no cancel.
Yeah,
That's so interesting.
I'm starting to think that maybe it's just not coming out. I can't think of another reason. Because he started doing it again, and my gosh, this is oh no.
I think we're a little short.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little short. We're a little short. Gonna need one more.
Oh, spinning the
off.
bell off. Okay.
Time to shine. We have everything that we need to do, but unfortunately we got hit by the fireball on the way in. A great showing from the both of them. 2K going to be moving on through the bracket.
Hey, that went to game 3. I think that's our first game 3 on stream.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, because I don't remember any one of them going game 3. So that was fun. That was cool. I do, listen, as much as I hate on Mika and I think that character is a complete ape, I do like seeing it happen to other people.
She's really cool. I actually really like the character. At the very highest level, she can seem like she's kind of a struggle bus because she has to move with her face a little bit. But I really like any character like that. You know, from my old game personally, Haas, Holy Order Soul, is a character that's kind of similar to that degree where it's like, you have good movement, you just have to move with your face. Like, you don't get to, like, you know, dash around and, like, you know, get to be very elusive. You kind of have to move with your whole body.
Like, you are in there. If you are trying to get close, you are close. There is no part of you that is left at the door.
But you can do it. You're a fast-moving character. You have great jumps. You have air options as well. You can change your air trajectory. There's a lot of good things there. So great stuff. Like seeing it. What was interesting to say, what we were trying to mention before, is that Mika usually, the way that the mix-up goes is that you do stuff like dash B, dash C, and then you cancel it into something afterwards. And then you try to knowledge check them there. And you try to see if they press a button, then you frame trap them. If they don't, gold tech one thing or another. And then you go to not canceling it because they're waiting for the cancel, so that delay in their frame or in their reactions actually what opens that up a little bit more to being safe. It's a little bit interesting. It's a little bit weird to say. It's like in fighting games or in general, like reacting to something not happening is harder than reacting to something happening, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of like the fun part of Uni too, that you can see people get a little bit greedier once they expect things, right? And Uni is very much built around that sort of amount of reaction time. Throws are designed around that reaction time. Overheads are designed around that reaction time. Characters that have standing overheads, usually they're like 20+ frames, reactable for most players. But when you add on a bunch of things to that mental stack that Uni players love to talk about, or as we've coined as we've gone along, once you add to that mental stack, it becomes very difficult to sort of keep all of these things in mind. And then that's when cycling, the decision of options, the decision, or the circle of options, I should say, becomes very, very important.
Absolutely, and like again, you keep breaking down like the idea of like where we want to head with Uni, and like there's so much to think about. You talk about like games that like the term mental stack has been thrown around, especially a lot in the last year. This game has so much of it. Like you get access to a tool that's really great, a great defensive tool in Shield, and then you can also be punished for using your great defensive tool incorrectly. I think like that's definitely one of the great things I love about this game is that like you have a tool for everything, and all of it can be taken away from you if you just throw it nonchalantly. So we're gonna see Byakuya and Akatsuki. So again, we've seen Eco Whale's Byakuya before. I want to see how they want to react to, or how Mantango wants to approach this. And so far, early on, Eco Whale looks like he's going to pick up right where he left off.
Yeah, going to spend that super early, as we talked about before when we saw Eco Whale. Willing to spend it on that first 100. Huge grid break, though. Pretty much going to guarantee them another Oki situation afterwards. Oh, no, actually waited until the very end to spend the CS. So.
Oh, charging. Yeah, that's an overhead. Doesn't look like it, but it is. And that's going to be huge, and this should be death.
Yeah, going to spend on the X-Rekka, so that's going to be the first game. So that is one of the reasons why people think that you can actually go on the first 100 meter and not build the second 100 meter to loot your supers, is because you get so much meter from CS now that if you learn how to route CS in your combos, you actually will get that second 100 meter. Oi, goes low that time.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, low again, my feet, they're scuffed.
I think, oh, okay, I was gonna say, probably with CVO able to kill. VOs though, yeah, after the drop combo, and then, yeah, gonna whiff punish with 2-2C.
Eco kind of going on a bit of a speed run here. He's like, hey man, I got food to eat. It's kind of getting cold. Definitely gonna need Mantango to kind of chill, but not looking like that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah, as a Akatsuki, you really don't want to like press this hard until you find the opportunity to get in. Tango's playing in the effective Byakuya range far too often, and it's making it very difficult for him to get any sort of offense.
Oh my god, bro, he's just getting hit by everything. He didn't even bother canceling the Rekka.
Yeah, just gonna get hit down as well after the air tech. Echo Whale, what's that point?
Yeah, he's like, all right, I got training mode on. Like, that's fine. Yeah, gonna finish the yep, gonna get out. There we go. Finally, he's gonna get some conversion here.
Yeah, tough. Drops the combo as well. Definitely don't want to see that versus Byakuya. Don't want to let this character get started at any point. Yeah, but great block on the overhead. Back out.
Oh, wow, what an interrupt there from Mantango.
I think that was probably the startup of 2-2C. I didn't quite see it.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. Starting off.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything afterwards.
Yeah, Eco I think is going to stop really respecting anything Mantango does because, like, his combos aren't ending in anything great. Like, it's less than 2K each turn.
Yeah, it's not only that, is that a lot of the routing that we've done for Akatsuki lately has really focused on getting good Oki. This character has really, really strong stagger pressure if you get the opportunity to use it, but unfortunately it doesn't get the chance to do it that time, and that's going to be Eco Whale moving on.
Wow. Hey, nice try to Mantango.
Yeah, it could be a tough matchup. It could be a tough matchup because it's one of those things like you don't actually like playing against this character a lot because his range can be quite deceptive, and you want to use your really strong backdash against characters like Byakuya in order to create some space, but Byakuya actually does really well to punish people who want to be in their face and then backdash because his normals are slow but go quite far. So when you're under pressure versus Akatsuki in that matchup, super tough. You don't have a lot of good mashing buttons to get out. A lot of your buttons at range in that medium range, that far B from Akatsuki range, super difficult to deal with. Almost nothing contests that speed and that range at the exact same time. He almost always outdamages you for less meter. His meter gets to spent forcing pressure instead of having to use it to actually just get setups at all. So in a lot of situations, Akatsuki actually gets to be a little bit favored in that matchup, but you can't play neutral in Byakuya's range. You have to play it at your range, because otherwise that happens, essentially.
Yeah, again, Byakuya is such a strong character, like strong in under Night in Birth and then into Cell. And now we're just kind of like at this point where like people with Byakuya, you think of a character that just has a lot of tools that just flow into each other so well. Like when I talk about like flowing well, like you think about Hyde, who can like just convert off any decent aerial into massive 35 4K damage, and Byakuya just gets a trap and you have to guess. And it doesn't matter what character you play, you're forced to have to deal with that situation, and it's awful because you got the overhead, you got the low, and then you got the grab, and it's like, well, I mean, not much to talk about, but you know what there is a lot to talk about? Merkava and Gordeau. I actually don't know how this matchup goes.
Classic matchup in this game. Merkava and Gordeau were actually two of the strongest characters in the first version of the game that we got in the United States, in the West, I should say, in general. So this is a quite storied matchup. But we'll get into this one. Uchiha versus Nanderbread.
Oh,
nice.
What a shield. Yeah, that's going to be a punish. Going to be rewarded, that boy Uchiha.
Love keeping that combo simple. Goes for another Asim to make sure we win the cycle. And you can comfortably spend meter on this one and get it back.
Yeah, Brett getting a little antsy. Did not want to hold that, and that boy Uchiha is going to show him why that is a terrible idea.
Yep, classic round start. When you have meter, gonna do it again. I'm gonna keep doing it until you tell me to stop.
Yeah, no, counter. If that big red counter sign doesn't get you to stop, I don't think anything will. It's like looking at a red light and continuing to drive through.
Bro, I don't want to say anything about Texas drivers in total, but we definitely got more than one red light runner, and I've only been here for like 24 hours, y'all. What is going on?
Yeah, you can tell they play that, and oh my gosh, Uchiha just absolutely landsliding right now.
Yeah, classic round start for Gordeau players once they have 100 meter. That Grim Reaper in the EX Mortal slide takes plus frames. Have to shield it. You have to lower the amount of options that he gets afterwards.
Oh, try to go for the grab. One for the jump, though. Doesn't get hits there, so.
Ooh. Yeah, you got cooked on the beginning of Grim Reaper.
Here we go.
Gets clipped low. Doesn't get the full combo off that, though, but does have cycle. So, big win there. Gonna change shift. Interesting. Didn't change shift off of.
Grid break. That's an opportunity. He's gonna summon his child, one of the childs out. And again, win the cycle again. Oh, no. Yeah. That's a punish, though.
Yeah, penetrate went the wrong way, unfortunately, or went awry, I should say. Got put himself in the corner. Not good. Yeah, nice disarm on the CS, but gets a grid break.
Oh, just going to spend the meter. Not respecting anything Brett wants to do, and he's got corner. So watch out, Brett. Yeah, going to spend it. That's what I figured. Going to flail out and take the first round.
Yeah, even a delay EX drill. So kind of waiting for the offense first. That's definitely one way you can get your reversals to work out. Delaying them slightly after recognizing that someone's not done anything.
All right. And immediately gonna continue things off in the corner. Gonna have to guess. Oh, doing it again.
Yeah, little slight delay EX drill. It's definitely a great way to get your reversals to work. It worked out twice in a row now.
All right, slide conversion. Gonna have the wall. Gonna have two sticks. Oh, doesn't finish the combo, but looks like a frame trap.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to accept because it's kind of a little bit of a scramble moment. But a lot of the times when you tech in the air, you're not advantage. You definitely have to still respect the offense from the opponent.
Oh, green shielding. Ah, there we go. Gonna get low.
Yeah, 2B starter, unfortunately, but still gonna get better damage than before.
Oh, slide again. Yeah, Uchiha is getting a lot of mileage off slide conversions, and Brett is just not ready for it.
Ooh, dash FF as well. Dash FF, chain shift. Yeah, baits out the reversal that time. Yeah,
oh, this should be it with the IW.
Yeah, well, good decision making from Uchiha. Recognized that Red was going for those constant reversal options with meter. So once he saw you had the meter on the knockdown again, just let him hang himself. You know, especially when you have that much of a life lead, just block no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, like even if they take offense away from you, it's like you have the ability to eat like a couple of combos anyway. So
True.
Great stuff. That's the kind of decision making that you'll see from the top level players. A lot of risk aversion as well will do you a lot of good. So great stuff. Moving on. Like what I'm seeing so far, the bracket's been pretty good, and a lot of back and forths, but a lot of blowouts too. I think you kind of expect that from pools, but once we get into like that top 32, top 16 area, you're really going to see what like Texas is all about. So
absolutely,
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, the scene is very strong here. So
Yeah,
like, you
absolutely.
kind of a lot of people are just starting out. Like people seem to forget that the game is continuing to grow. Like the Discord for Under Night 2 alone continues to have people come in and just go into their character Discords, go into the beginner net play chat, and just play. So like when you're seeing things that maybe people aren't doing, it's because they aren't aware yet. So, you know, give everybody a chance. We all start pretty low. Let things breathe for a second. Today's O-Tour could be in 2 months the champion of a major. So, you know,
Yeah, and
give it a bit.
the other thing, yeah, like you're saying, there's a lot of like beginner stuff for people. There's a lot of resources out for people to learn the game as well. If you're like watching this and you're like, man, Uni's pretty cool. How do I get into it? It seems kind of tough. It is and it isn't. It is a tough game because it does take a lot of work, and you do have to respect that the game is a decent amount of like investment to play. That's the truth. I'm sorry, but that's just the way that it is, especially when you're going to play against like top level players. Otherwise, you know. But also, it's not as hard as you think. It can be boiled down to a few basics, a few combos, and you can really just get going from there. This is it. This is it. All right. Cool. This is what I've been waiting for.
Speaking of high level,
yeah. So this is the winners finals of the pool. I expected this as much. These are the people that I scouted out from the pool, and they are at our winners finals. So this is a big match. Jack versus Fern.
yeah, Fern gonna not really. It's funny to think about. Hilda not really gonna have the range advantage here, especially if Jacking is very hell-bent on starting things off very quickly. Oh no!
Yeah, classic jump ACS. Yeah, gonna be able to clean this up. Not even gonna need the full IW.
Oh my gosh.
EX Rekka's finish it off. Great stuff. That's going to be the tough part for Fern. The defensive part of this game is going to be pretty difficult. See who can get started first. Yep.
Yeah, Jack. Oh, gonna get the tech. And here we go. Finally, Fern gonna start some offense there. Needs their turn, but not gonna matter.
Snipe with the DP. Well done. Wasn't able to get a full combo off that, but does win cycle. Yeah.
Yep, starting off. Decides to chain shift once they're turned back. Oh, good low starter. And gonna have full screen again.
Yeah, it does have 200.
Oh, what? He reset it. Gonna get caught with the overhead.
Went for the double mix-up on that Roomba. That was sick.
Yeah.
One of the things I've been watching all Hilda players, how they use that new tool. It is so scary. But everybody's using it differently, which is very cool.
Holding. Man, this is such an adjustment from Fern. Like, Jagging, I was just about to say, Jagging's having a really tough time finding any conversions and immediately catches Fern. Oh my God.
Nice.
He crossed the street and got hit.
Yeah, great stuff. What's really interesting about this is that Phonon usually is a character that gives up grid quite easily. So cycles is not something that she gets all that often. But against Hilda and a lot of great shielding from Jacking Off, you're actually seeing him get CS more often than not, or Vorpal. So DPCS is something that is really hard to deal with for Hilda, and you're seeing it way more than you normally do.
Jacking Off gonna get thrown into the corner here, and it's gonna get more conversion from Fern. It's gonna have a setup to deal with.
Yeah, finally, Fern gets some solid offense in the corner here. Got to worry about the cycle going up. Again, shielding. I'd like to see Fern try to go for this grid. There's a lot of shielding on the side from Jack.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that was an interesting challenge, but going to spend some meter on themselves to continue the pressure, and now it's Fern's turn.
Yeah, there's an opportunity here. Nice reaction to the super flash. I got one of my own.
Ugh. Now, okay, Jacking gonna have to think on his feet here. Chain shift once their turn.
Yeah, nice. Took a lot of plus frames there. Able to dash up into that. Nice. Oh, wasn't able to convert. Let's try to snipe. Little too far.
Oh, gonna get caught there.
I'm telling you, you don't normally see this because this character doesn't normally get the cycles this often, but BDP CS is so difficult.
Oh my gosh, but again, Fern, listen, Fern has had a lot of successes here, not for the round, but this is definitely a good start. But Fern ending up on the receiving end of a bad situation for jacking off.
Oy, goes for the cross up once again. Gonna push Fern towards the corner here. That's 200, do we spend it? No, not quite. Actually gonna save all of
chain
it.
shift.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, very nice. I love the decision to use the Spear Ender into IW, make that combo as easy as possible. Jack, moving on out of pools. Great stuff.
Yeah, very impressive. Insanely impressive. And especially when you consider that Fern absolutely had moments in that match where you could have felt
it was
like
close.
it could have been a snowball in their favor, but you know, jacking was very complacent, you know, very, you know, like it happens, I got hit, so be it. I'm going to relax. I'm going to let things come to me as they go, and it worked out.
It's the biggest thing is the shielding on Jack's side. Jack was able to shield so much in that set, and it was very difficult for Fern to actually get any punish for it. Didn't really go for anything to contest the shielding, and it gave Jack a lot of cycles. And when you have a lot of cycles, it makes it really difficult to actually approach the character because not only can you do stuff like force function CS, so you can go for a mix pretty safely, but you can also do stuff like BDP, snipe, and get full combos out of it. And yeah, you saw it right there at full force. That's like the perfect example for it. So great stuff. You expect that from Jack moving on. I mean, you know, I'm really excited to see how far they're going in because they're putting a lot of effort into Uni 2. They are one of Uni's best players in North America, so you know, you kind of expect this.
Absolutely, and very good stuff. Listen, Fern, great showing, very good stuff. Not out of it yet, obviously, but again, jacking showing there's a class above. Like, there is levels to this. Like, you climb and you do really well, but there's still a mountain for you to get to the peak of. And like I said, there's no shame in losing to this jacking. Like, easily, as you said, one of the best Uni players in North America by far.
Everybody in the United States can lose to him. It's just, you know, he's that good of a player. So it's definitely not safe. Are you making customs, brother?
But it better look good. It better look good at least.
He's counting down for him. I appreciate it. Oh, man. Don't make custom. Listen, y'all, like, there's like 45 colors in the game now or some nonsense like that.
All of them are
choose
ugly.
one. You can choose one. I guarantee it. It's not that big of a deal.
This is my inner colors, I swear. Bro, that drip isn't even all that. It's literally just white with a red shirt.
All right, so we got Pesto coming up again. Showing off the Ori again. Interesting. I kind of want to see when they feel the Carmine's necessary. But gonna play it versus the Devil Tuxedo Hide. Frank Motion.
I sure hope that color scheme was worth it. Well, here we go. Maybe showing us that the custom color does matter. Starting off with offense, gonna win the cycle and has. Oh, here we go. Chain shift.
Pogo. Yeah. Nice. Gonna go for that Dassy afterwards. Great use of that 5A. Papa Pesto, I think, has shown how good that button is already in this tournament alone. Tailbringer goes the wrong way, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate. Frank Voshin in a lot of trouble here. Going to spend the meter. That's going to do it.
Yeah, first game goes. All right, Pest. You know, I'm kind of nice. I'm kind of good at this game.
Oh, using that unction wants to keep their turn. Yep, super. Oh, you saw he tried to go for the empty hop low, and Papa Pesto was not having it.
I love that he actually just pressed on that. Usually you see people just, you know, block low because they're making that read. Instead, just took their turn.
All right, conversion. Spending it.
Yeah, this gives you a great knockdown. Love the little walk back as well.
Got chain shift here, too.
CVO, yeah, that should be done and dusted. IW to finish it off. Pesto is going to take his first game. Great stuff Great stuff. A
Yeah,
lot of
he's
control.
like, man.
You cannot be doing this right now. He's legitimately like, oh, you know, this Papa Pesto guy's pretty good.
Man.
He's pretty good. The Aurier's pretty nice.
Just a bit. I mean, you know. Just a bit. He only won a game. I got this. And here we go. Frank Boshin, you're going to need to have, oh, grid break instead of the low. This time went for the grab. I definitely think that was a smart decision.
Yeah, that was actually really cool from both of them. They both made the next step, but Frank Boshin actually went 2 steps ahead on that one, on that decision.
Oh,
Sear
no.
Wife goes the wrong way. I don't think I've seen that on Hyde yet. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess you got to be a little bit more specific with how you use that one.
Thanatos making their presence known here. Bam. Yep, cash out.
Jump back. Yep, just trying to create some space.
Oh, no. Hey, when in doubt, do it again. Or just mash.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't get anything afterwards. It still gets the opportunity. Sees the 2A. DP's out.
Oh, the grid break. What was he trying to go for?
Yeah, I don't know why he's shielding from that far out. But yeah, got hit, unfortunately.
Okay, a counter trade.
Oh,
no.
I don't think he wanted that.
That is not what you want to see if you're Boshin. Definitely wants a redo on that.
I think he wanted the XDP. Oh, that's tough.
Oh, okay, didn't bait the grab.
Wait.
Clapped again.
Wasn't able to get the combo off it though, but between Vorpal and the positioning, still in the driver's seat here. Oi, trade? Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, finally get some room. I like spending the CS early too, just to get out of the corners. Let's use the plates of the cycle still. Gave him a lot of shields though. A lot of shields.
Gets the grab. Really good stuff.
Yeah, just gonna convert it into meter. Can force himself in.
Frank Boshin just needs a little more time to win grid.
Oh no! Wasn't able to pick it up.
Got it.
Yeah, there's an opportunity for motion here. There's an opportunity. No! Drops the combo.
Voltec decided to backdash. That is very dangerous. Aurier has a lot of moves that can cover it.
Still a chance. Has the 100 meter too.
Wow, just spends it. Knew he wanted the fireball, and that's going to be it.
Wait, it's he saw Super Flash. I saw Super Flash from Hyde, right?
No, I thought it was a fire. I thought it was regular fire. I didn't see it.
I thought I heard 2 Super Flash. If there was 2 Super Flashes, I'm surprised that wasn't EXDP.
I didn't see it, but maybe I'm just blind. Like
either way, Pesto moving on. Great stuff. You expect them to move on through the tournaments, probably top 8. If they don't, you better check who they didn't make it through, because that means they're as strong. Pesto, again, really like that they're showing off the Aurier, because I think the character is cool, but underrepresented, unfortunately. But great control. Love, one thing I want to highlight, love how after they got the knockdown, they're using that new Thanatos Super. Walked back outside of that 6B range, the scariest range that you could play in versus Hyde, and making sure that if he's going to do anything, he has to sort of extend. He has to spend either move forward, dash forward, or actually, go something or like a fireball or 2-2-A, something that's going to be a little bit more risky than just pressing a normal. So great stuff, good understanding of how to play against that character, and yeah, I mean, you expect it from Pesto.
Absolutely, very good stuff there from Pesto. Again, the Aurier, just like you saw, like the simplicity of it. Sometimes it's just like, hey, keep things on a groove, challenge when necessary, and apply pressure where needed. And I know it sounds like well, duh, like of course he's going to, but like understanding those situations and like mitigating risk and reward is literally what will really separate a really good player from a top player. Because that, you notice how like when top players challenge things, you're just like, why would they do that? That never works for me. It's because they've earned the respect of their opponent to not do so. So like, again, get to that point, and it'll become so much better for you. But here we go. We have Bear again, and he's playing against. I'm bad here. 2K? Got it.
So Bear versus 2K. This is a Hyde mirror again? No. 2K was the non-site player. My bad. Yes. Thank you for confirming that for me. Bear versus 2K here. Already getting started here into the corner. See how this plays out.
Yep, decides to DP immediately right after. And he delayed it a bit. He waited a second.
Nice rebeat. Oh, yeah, maybe a little bit too far. Kind of scary to go for that DP there. Understandably so.
Okay, Bear waiting, taking his time, not needing to rush.
Try to snipe. 100 meter, gone for the win.
Yeah, oh, 3C, there we go.
Yeah, nice. 3CA. Great rebeat, gets a counter hit afterwards. Oh, yeah, walking out of that throw range, trying to shimmy, and oh, nice. Gets a hit, side switches. Nanase is really good at that.
Nanase has one grid. Here we go. He's going to have a sequence. Oh my God. No
Highest in
way.
the world, EX Pogo into BDP, and then Dash C gets the hit. All righty.
What is this?
How can you expect that?
Oh, try to bait something out again. Not going to find it, but wait, hey, you were speaking about the grab conversions at the combo. That makes it really horrifying to deal with.
Yeah, it's not that the damage is insane. It's that when you have the ability to throw or combo off your throw, you take time off the cycle. And since throw gives you grid, it almost guarantees you like an opportunity to play cycle in your favor.
Oh, okay, spending it. Oh, gonna get caught there at the end of it, but nothing too bad for Bear. Could have been a lot worse.
Throw in the corner. Oh, yep. Whoa, looking for it.
I appreciate it.
Scary though, because if the opponent wants, if Hyde wants to press 6B in that range, then that's going to get hit.
Watch out. Oh, tried to bait it again. Looking.
Oh, dash all the way up. Tried to 3CA again.
All right, grid. Just needs one solid hit.
Oh no, has cycle. So this is scary.
No!
Oh,
he knows. He's like, man, like.
Even if that wasn't going to win you the game, you want to do the combo at least.
Yeah, and it would have put him into an advantageous situation.
Yeah.
Like, Bear would have been at his mercy.
Oh, nice trade conversion with 5B. Got him in the corner.
Oh, the jump assault. Looking for the grab, not finding it. Watching ghosts.
Yeah, all right, great tech that time. Yeah, but did not respect the Vorpal. CS blows up the red mists. Plus frames.
Spending meter. Oh, gold tech. At least 2K is still aware. Not falling asleep at the wheel yet.
Yeah, try to snipe dive with 3C. Good, but not that good.
Grab, all right. Yeah, keeping the pressure. Oh no, Bear's gonna get opened up.
Yeah, should be able to clean this
yeah,
up.
That should be it.
Yeah, very nice. CS right beforehand. A little bit of an optimization there. Get as much meter as possible. Oh, convert! Oh, very nice. That's not an easy combo.
All right, goes. Oh, starts. Oh, gets the shimmy. Very good stuff from Bear. Finally being rewarded for doing it quite a few number of times here.
Yeah, great stuff from Bear. Oh, ADP super.
Oh, grid break. You just heard the shattering of glass.
Yeah, stand shielding there. I'm not sure what he was looking for.
Okay, now 2K is giving him respect. So definitely a battle of adaptation here.
A little bit too far for the conversion that time. Oh no, wasn't able to get the combo. Plus frames. A little bit too far to get him, put him in a block stun.
Gonna get caught with the EX, and that's gonna take the round for Bear.
Yeah, gonna tie up 1-1. Bear doing really well actually to go through the cycle of options in the corner. 2K's eating it up, but unfortunately it's not. It needs to be leading to keeping them in the corner here.
And challenge there from 2K.
Yeah,
taking a shot, and again, because Bear's been going back and forth, so definitely a good awareness there from 2K.
Yeah, another big hit for Bear. Backed up. Oh, yo, just raw force function.
When in Rome.
Actually, great. First time they've brought out that option. So definitely unexpected from their opponent.
And Bear getting a round of applause from the Dallas homies.
Yeah, it seems like the crowd has showed up for their homie. Love to see it. Love to see it, especially it's going to be at this tournament. You're going to see a lot of regional rivalries here, especially there's the three huge cities in Texas. You know, obviously we're here in Houston, but you're going to see Austin and Dallas and maybe even San Antonio all show up 4 big cities, I should say.
Oh,
my bad.
most definitely.
American school system. Geography's not my best thing.
Oh, it's never been mine. Texas, right? That's all I know.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas, right? Yeah, we live right next to each other.
Yeah, what's really fun is Texas is like one of the only other states that I can talk to about like actual travel time, because Texas is one of the few other states that actually measures the amount of time that they drive in time. Like if you talk to anywhere, you talk to like people from like the north, or you talk to people from like northeast or something like that, they'll be like, yeah, it takes like 2 hours, or it takes like it's like a 30-mile drive. It's like no, that's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's basically the equivalent of the rural. If you go by that rock over there, by that one tree, by Bill's tree, and you pass the 3 cemeteries with the toe, you'll get there, and everyone just knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, so you're going to see a lot of regional rivalry here. Obviously, a huge Texas's storied history in the fighting game community, not only now, but for a long, long time. Some of the best players that have ever come out from the United States have come from this state. And excited to see how far we're going to go with this one, as we're going to see Uchiha coming back up on our stage once again, showing off the Gordo. I am loving it.
Yeah, Gordo, very cool character. This was actually the first character I ever wanted to play. I think it's a lot of people's first character that they want to play. And it's honestly, it was the Gambit color. It was the Gambit color for me.
This character, fortunately or unfortunately, is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem, right? It's like, you look at characters like that and you're just like, okay, of course I have to play them. I don't care what tier they are. I'm just going to play them because they're cool. But honestly, like, you can see it across the board. Everybody likes playing this character because he is actually got such a cool toolkit. And we're going to see a little bit here. That boy Uchiha versus Eco Whale coming back up on the stage.
Trying to set up underneath. Maybe thought Uchiha was going to get caught walking. Eco Whale not looking to be eco-friendly with Uchiha.
Oh, that drop combo hurt so much. Had 200 meter, so was definitely going to go into that super.
Side switch. Now the corner. This is really bad for Byakuya. Oh, spending the meter, does not care.
Oh, no. Has this life lead, but is not able to capitalize with the meter, with the life lead, because of these drop combos.
Grid break. This is such a terrible situation. Oh, going to get hit again, and that's going to be the first round for Uchiha.
Yeah, honestly, Eco Whale kind of dropped it. With the meter, with the life lead, as long as you hit one of those combos in the super, you're almost guaranteed to win the round.
Failing off. All right, definitely going to try to... doesn't get anything else off of it.
Tried to snipe there. Any movement would have been able to combo into that super.
Starting off. Oh, counter hit. Eco Whale getting a little antsy with the buttons.
Nice. Has 200, has cycle. Yeah, great shielding, actually.
Yeah.
Just wins them the cycle. Gonna CS a little bit too far. Don't know how I feel about that one.
Spending, yeah, once their turn back, bam, done.
Yeah, and double assimilation gonna take it. Yeah, just interesting to see that side. Maybe a little bit of a panic CS. Saw Uchiha kind of standing away from them, wasn't doing anything, so just CS to kind of try to get the lay of the land. But at that range, especially when they're not running any Oki, you kind of want to use it to force options out of your opponent, whether defensively or offensively.
Oh, okay. Starting to notice Eco Whale a little bit more hesitant after that round. You saw the jump assault, did not challenge or shield or do anything. Was a bit afraid, but is going to get a punish here and the side switch. This could be the start.
Yeah, going to get a knockdown here into super. Yeah, Eco Whale, like I was saying before, one of the Byakuya players likes spending super as soon as they get it.
Fail off. None even want to deal with it, but doesn't matter. Byakuya not too keen on caring what you want to do defensively.
Just built 100 meter. That's huge. I mean, getting rid of the veil off without any issues is a big deal, but like this is also a huge, huge deal for Eco Whale. Has the opportunity to clean this up.
Block the overhead. Good awareness there from Uchiha. Gonna get the grab.
Yeah, you'll take that trade if you're Byakuya. Eco Whale able to keep Uchiha in the corner here, gets a hit, able to clean up the round. A much cleaner round from Eco Whale. I want to see that more often.
All right. This is all about adaptations, right? And you like to see this. Players realizing that, hey, maybe my strategy isn't working. Time to take things up a different notch.
Yeah, try to snipe again with the 2-2-C.
Ripping the air. The jump assault will come through for Uchiha.
Nice. Oh, sees the green. Yep. Easy grid break. Wasn't able to get the knockdown that they wanted out of that. But grid break going to guarantee that boy.
Wow,
Uchiha
the audacity to just run up and try a grab.
Spent CS there instead of meter. Quite interesting. Maybe thinks that the IW on the next combo is more important.
Okay. Uchiha taking their sweet time, not trying to do anything too rash.
Plus frames.
Ooh, charging it. I think that threw off EcoWell. Fortunately, not going to take big damage, but this is a conversion.
Yeah. Maybe can do it with CVO? Oh, no, actually got it with the IW. I didn't think he was going to build enough meter, but after the CS, great stuff. Good routing there from Uchiha. 5K combo for Gordo. This character, slightly low damage versus the rest of the cast, so finding 5K out of your combo, very cool.
Yeah, and Uchiha not afraid to use Jump Assault a lot. It's been getting him a lot of mileage against EcoWell, but EcoWell, oh no, gonna drop it, not a real meanie. And now it's Uchiha's turn, gonna get the side switch and the corner.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these drop combos are killing you. Yeah, easy grid break as well, sees the green, gets the throw afterwards. Getting a little bit loose with these shields, especially when Uchiha has cycle.
No.
CVO.
Yeah, EcoWell super antsy, gonna cash out. This should do it.
Yep, and that's going to be Uchiha moving on through the bracket. Yeah, a couple of really sort of greedy decisions from Uchiha. From EcoWell. Shielding once the opponent has has a cycle like that. Very, very scary for those reasons that you saw. Being able to go in, able to CS anything, and then if you see the green flash really quick, that's an easy grid break punish. And drop combos. I hate to harp on it because drop combos happen. It's just a part of the game, and nobody's going to play perfect, especially when you're on stage. If you're not like a seasoned tournament player, it could be a little bit nervy. But for Byakuya specifically, it hurts more than you think. Like, the character is completely built around this concept of getting the hit, carrying the opponent to the corner, building a lot of meter, and then converting it into that super, and then being able to run Oki on their opponent. Like, this is why the character is so good. This is why the character is really strong in tournament, because at the end of the day, it all leads down to this. You don't have to, like, it's not like you have to, get the stars aligned for every matchup. It's like, this is it. And it leaves your brain space a lot to play against the opponent.
Oh, all right then. Okay, cool. Then we've just been informed that we are going to move on to Grand Blue now. So for those of you who are looking for some more action and variety, Grand Blue's going to be up next. So I've been Mr. J.
Hi, I'm Sammy Fish. Thank you guys for joining us so much. Stay tuned for more Texas Showdown 2024. It's going to be a great weekend. I'll see you again.